local sports leader, 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Altamont Community High School, the home of the Indians, for Night 5 of the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. I'm Greg Sapp. Matt Robinson back after winning a regional last night. And so he's alongside. Brian Dust back at the studios. Brian Ehrman back at the studios. He's getting ready for girls basketball over on KJ Country tonight as the Effingham Lady Hearts do battle with the Teutopolis Lady Shoes. That ought to be a great ball game. So that's coming up at about 7:30 tonight on KJ Country at 102.3. And, of course, we'll have live video streaming of this one, courtesy of Wayne. And, Wayne, is it okay if I mention that you were the hero this afternoon? No? Okay, I won't. All right, see? So I told you I was going to check ahead of time.
That's always smart to do, I guess.
He helped out down there at the house fire this afternoon. He was a great service, so we appreciate that. Anyway, bottom line is nobody got hurt, but that sure added to a busy Friday afternoon. Thankfully, everybody was okay. House fire in Effingham, South End today, and the story's up on the website on the local news page. You can check that out for yourselves. But that just added to the flavor of the day, man. And that brings us to tonight, doubleheader of basketball. Here in the opener, the South Central Cougars will do battle with the Neoga Indians. Man, I don't know who's going to win this game.
No, I mean, by seeds, you obviously have to favor the Neoga Indians just a little bit, but South Central's been playing some good ball, and they certainly are familiar with the gym here at Altamont, as this will be their third game since Tuesday night. So, I mean, they have been, since Wednesday night, they have been taking the court quite a bit. And so it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of little things that weave in and out of this game as well with the coaching staffs and things like that. So it should be fun.
South Central's third game in a row, and they play again tomorrow. So they're going to play 4 days. Regardless of the outcome, it just deciding here tonight where they play or when they play tomorrow. Because we'll have 4 for you tomorrow starting at 11:30, and then games at 1 and 2:30, and then the championship game tomorrow night at 7:30. All on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. So that said, let's take a quick break, and then we'll give you pregame information on Neoga and South Central here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 97.9XFM.com.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 97.9XFM.com.
This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at Altamont Community High School, getting ready for the Neoga Indians and the South Central Cougars. We mentioned there a moment ago, South Central gets to play every day in the tournament. It's just the way the seedings have gone and how the games have gone. They won last night big time, 58-28 over CHBC to move into this game. If they win this game, then they're in the consolation championship tomorrow at 1 o'clock against SEB. If they lose, they play at 11:30 tomorrow morning against Windsor's Two Straws. So that's how things shape up for this Cougar bunch. Now, as far as the Indians, same deal. There, that was easy. So cut to the chase. That's how it works. The winner goes to the 1 o'clock game. The loser plays at 11:30 tomorrow. Either way, they're both playing tomorrow. Just exciting win.
Yeah, and you want to play as late in the day as possible in any tournament that you get into. I guess with the exception of Salem, maybe, with the way that one works. But
good point.
But most tournaments, the later you play, the better off your tournament is gone. And I tell you what, these two teams, I was impressed with what I saw out of Neoga a couple of weeks ago. They played a good game against Dietrich, and South Central can play right with them. We're blessed this year with quality basketball games no matter what level we're at throughout this tournament.
We both saw the Wednesday games these teams played, and certainly it was a tough night for South Central just because it couldn't get the ball in the hole. And Neoga, they just were just scrapping and clawing, and that came down to the last minute, which, of course, we know you all didn't hear because we had some sort of gremlin that took everybody's communication systems down the last minute of the game. But anyway, Dietrich won it, so that's why Neoga's in this one tonight, and that's how South Central got here. Again, this is their third night in a row, and they're going to play again tomorrow. So they're seeing plenty of this floor, as Matt said. And then the nightcap, the Dietrich Moving Maroons will play the Altamont Indians. The winner of that one plays St. Anthony tomorrow night at 7:30. Loser will play at 2:30 tomorrow for third place. And Cody Rinker was really plain, Matt, last night on the postgame show. He pretty much told his kids which hog ate the cabbage. He said, you know, we haven't won anything this year. We haven't won a tournament. We won 14 games. He said, you show me what you got. And they did. Holy cow, they were amazing last night against North Clay. Won 60-25. North Clay got just 14 shots in the first half.
And I wasn't surprised that St. Anthony won the ball game. I was surprised in the manner that they won the ball game, and I don't think I'm alone in that. And so that was nothing but impressive for St. Anthony. And North Clay, you know, is going to bounce back in that third place game tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, and want to get a little measure of revenge there in that one as well.
You bet. We're asked to stand for the presentation of the national anthem. We are always glad to be here for the music that Altamont presents. Sometimes it's soloist, sometimes it's ensemble, sometimes it's the band, sometimes it's the choir. Tonight it's going to be a soloist. And Mrs. Onosword gets to sing every year, so tonight's her night. So let's turn it over to Charlie. as a treat each year when Kim Onesword presents our national anthem. Let's take a break. We'll give you the starting lineups. It's Neoga and South Central on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament. 97.9 XFM.
Back at Altamont, ready for Neoga and South Central. Here's Matt Robinson with a look at the lineup for tonight's game.
First for the Neoga Indians under head coach Andrew Snow. They're 11-8 on the season, as he will send out the same five that started the other night. That'll be Chase Banning, a 5'11 junior wearing number 10. He'll be joined by Levi Peters, number 13. He's a 6'1 senior. He has 2 tournament points thus far. Also for Neoga Indians, it'll be Reese Johnson, the 6-foot sophomore, does a little bit of everything, handles the point for them quite a bit. He's one of their leading scorers, if not the leading scorer on the season for Neoga. He has 14 tournament points thus far. Trevor Roy has 16 tournament points. He played a heck of a ball game the other night. He's a 6'2 junior wearing number 33. And in the post, it's Mitchell Cornell. He can go in, he can go out a little bit for this club. He's number 40. He's a 6'4 senior with 8 points in the loss the other night. For the South Central Cougars, keep in mind they played a couple of games now in this tournament. They're under Blake Doring, and they are 12-9 on the season. They will start at the point guard, Logan Lutz. Lutz is a 5'8 senior. He has 19 tournament points. He'll be joined out on the perimeter by Daniel Roberts, the 5'11 senior, wearing number 4. He has 18 tournament points. Hunter Bront, 6'3 junior, wears number 14. He has 21 points in the 2 games thus far. He'll be joined out there by Colin Miller, number 21. Miller is a 6'1 sophomore with 5 points in the tournament. And Seth Shoemate rounds out the starting lineup. He's a 5'11 senior wearing number 22. He has 6 tournament points for the Cougars. And Blake Doring, again, they're 12-9 on the season. Andrew Snow is Neoga Indians are 11-8. Both coaches in their first year at the helm of these programs.
Coaches were excited. Players were excited in their introductions. I thought the officials were trying to do something fancy there as far as their fist bumps, and they both were, 2 of them were grinning at each other, so must not have gone quite like they'd hoped.
Neoga wins the tip, and we're underway as Trevor Roy has it on the right side. He looks over the Cougars' 1-2-2 zone. They get it out top to Reese Johnson. Johnson plays catch with Banning. Now to Cornell in the left corner. Back out to Reese Johnson. He's on the right wing. Right corner to Roy. Back to Johnson. Skipping it around to Banning. Banning looks baseline. Popping there with Levi Peters. Skip pass to Reese Johnson on the right side. Back over to Banning. Back to Johnson for a right wing 3. Shot no good. And the rebound controlled by the Cougars and Hunter Bront. He hands it off to Logan Lutz, who gets it up court. Neoga's going to open up in a man-to-man this trip. Daniel Roberts pops to the wing to get it. Out top to Bront. Hunter matched up with Cornell. Sends it over to Daniel Roberts. Roberts on the right wing. Finds Seth Shoemate left side. And they're playing catch just around the perimeter here. As now Lutz comes to get it. Fires it to Colin Miller. And now all the Cougars have touched it for sure. Roberts works it to Shoemate. He'll fire up a right wing 3. Shot no good. Rebound Reese Johnson. He's going to push it up the middle of the court for the Indians. Gets all the way to the left baseline. Leaves it in the left corner with Roy for 3. Shot no good. Rebound Colin Miller. Cougars will slow things down. 1:15 into the ball game. No score yet. Logan Lutz across the timeline, matched up with Reese Johnson, gets a screen out from Roberts. Roberts is looking to post up, but there's no way to get him the ball. So Lutz sends it out top to Shoemate, around to Brandt, now to Miller. Miller on the left side, back out top, Hunter Brandt. Hunter Brandt gets a little screen, rolling to the basket is Roberts. Roberts' layup, though, is no good. Rebound, Trevor Roy, and here come the Indians again. They get it to Johnson, into the lane, gets it out to Roy. Roy flips it back to Chase Banning. Banning moves towards the middle of the court, now gets it to Johnson, corner to Cornell for three. It's a little strong. Rebound, though, Cornell. He's in the corner, needs some help as he's used up his dribble, and we've got a timeout taken by Neoga. 2 minutes into this ball game, nothing the score. South Central and Neoga, NTC consolation bracket action on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Welcome back to Altamont. No score 2 minutes into this ball game. Neoga and South Central for the right to play in the consolation championship tomorrow afternoon. Loser will play in that 7th and 8th place game.
Let's see what they do, Neoga, this trip, because Andrew Snow might have called that timeout because Neoga's tried nothing but 3 so far.
They look to get it inside, and there's Cornell playing catch in the lane with Levi Peters, and Peters sticks it up and in. He has his first 2 points of the night because it's anybody's first 2 points of the night.
Betcha. That's a lot higher percentage shot shooting for 5 feet than it is from 25 feet.
Cougars working against the man-to-man. They've got it with Miller out top. Miller backs it out to between the center circle and the top of the key. Gets it to Logan Lutz, who calls out a new play. Bounces it high post for Roberts. Roberts turns, gets it to Shoemate. Shoemate looks out top for Hunter Brandt. They swing it over to Lutz left side. Skip pass to the right side to Roberts. He drives into the lane, lost the handle. Roy comes out of there with it on the run. He's driving up the left side, kisses it off the glass a little strong. Rebound tipped, and now it's controlled by Hunter Brandt. So Neoga couldn't take advantage of the first Cougar turnover, and Brandt will bring it up court, and he'll call out the play. Leaves it with Lutz on the left side. Back out top to Hunter. Hunter Brandt goes to the left wing, looks inside for Roberts, puts up a shot in the crowd, no good. Got his own rebound, tries again. This one's short. This rebound's tipped around by Cornell, and it's finally claimed by Reese Johnson of Neoga. Johnson pushes it ahead to Roy. Now baseline they go to Banning. Banning tried to go inside, and it's picked off. Steal by the Cougars is the first Neoga turnover. Lutz is trying to get up court. Now gets some contact from Johnson at the top of the key. Steps back for a long 2. No good. Trevor Roy has the rebound.
He gets a lot of those.
Roy brings it to the top of the key for Neoga. They get it to the left side to Cornell. He tried to force it inside, and the ball's knocked away, and this time it's going to end up in a jump between Shoemate and Levi Peters, and there was a little extracurricular activity down there after the whistle, but the officials sorted out and talked to the kids, and jump ball in favor of the Cougars.
Neoga's second turnover, and we've got a change.
Seth Shoemate will have a seat, and into the ball game is Mason Robb, number 11. He is a 5'11 junior for this Cougars ball club. Halfway through the first quarter of action, 2-0, Neoga. Handling it out top is Roberts. Roberts works it around the perimeter. Brandt has it now. He moves into the lane. Ball knocked away. Diving on the floor for it was Chase Banning. He gets tied up with Robb, who goes down there to force the jump. But the possession arrow favors Neoga, so it's a Cougar turnover.
Dos on turnovers.
Not exactly the fiery start that we thought we might see between these two teams.
We'll just say they're so evenly matched, Matt.
Okay. Johnson drives baseline, gets into just at the edge of the lane, stops and pops for a short 2, and he connects. It's 4-0 in favor of Neoga. South Central wants to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. 3:48 to play in the first quarter. Neoga 4, South Central nothing. NTC action on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 97.9xfm.com.
Welcome back to action at Altamont. At South Central ball after the quick timeout. Into the lineup is Keenan Wilshire, the 6'2 sophomore. Had a good game last evening. He makes his first appearance as Roberts has a seat. Meanwhile, a pass is kicked out of bounds, and it'll be South Central ball along the sideline.
Wilshire ended up scoring all those points in the first half. He was a big lift for South Central. CHBC got ahead 5-0 in that game. And a quick timeout called by Coach, and it turned it all around. Blake Dorian called that timeout, and from then on, it was all South Central.
Pass out top, tipped again by Neoga. Cornell got a hand on it, but it'll go out of bounds again right by the Neoga bench as assistant coach Brett Harmeyer grabbed that ball. He's got a little mixed emotions in this game, so to speak.
You bet.
Coaching for Neoga, played very well for the Cougars for several years in this tournament.
1,000-point score, I think.
Meanwhile, the inbound play for the Cougars, they get a shot out top from Lutz. The 15-footer is no good. Rebound, Chase Banning. Neoga brings it up court. Reese Johnson with it on the right wing. Looking inside, nothing doing. As the Cougars continue to play the zone, now Neoga gets it in the corner for Cornell. His three is missed. The rebound goes to Colin Miller. Miller pushes it ahead to Hunter Braun. He weaves his way into the lane, sticks it off the glass. It's good. South Central's on the board now. It's 4-2 with 2:52 to play in the first quarter. I guess if you haven't scored for 5 minutes of the ball game, but you're still only down 2, that's not too bad.
Trevor Roy caught that ball, and he didn't know quite what to do. Pass, drive, and he got called for the walk.
Of all the options, probably not the best one.
No, not the one he was looking for, that's for sure. Their third turnover.
So here's the Cougars with the ball as Miller works it out top to Wilshire. They look to Lutz, now inside to Bront. Bront tried to move for a shot, and as he did, he was pushed from behind. So Neoga foul.
Banning gets a foul, and then not to add insult to injury, but the ball came off the rim and hit him in the head. That's a tough trip for Banning. First foul on either ball club, too.
Mason Robb will be the trigger man for the Cougars under their basket. They look for Wilshire. Shot off the glass is good.
Clean.
Keenan Wilshire has his first 2 points, and all of a sudden we're tied 4-4.
Here we go.
2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter as the Cougars extend that pressure to the timeline. Reese Johnson and looks it over.
They just wipe off all that earlier play. Now here we go. Now that we're tied.
Roy to Johnson on the right side. Johnson drives into the lane, stops, pops, 12-footer. Good.
Shot hand in his face. Got it to go.
Reese Johnson with 4 makes it 6-4 in favor of Neoga. With 2 minutes to play as the Cougars walk it up court. Logan Lutz will set up the play in motion. Brings it over to Hunter Braun at the high post. He works into the lane, spins, got the ball knocked loose, but he controlled it, got it out to Lutz, and Lutz traveled with it as he made his move along the baseline.
That's too bad for South Central because that was a heck of an effort for Braun. He went up and managed to get the pass away instead of coming down with the ball, and then the travel turned up.
Tanner Hester into the ball game for South Central. Colin Miller has a seat. So Neoga trying to add to their lead as they get it across the timeline. Cornell with it left side. Picks up his dribble. Needs help. Fires Roy at the top of the key. Trevor spins away from the defense, but they track him down. Now Trevor looks into the lane. They got it to Peters. Nice pass to Cornell. Cornell sticks it up and in as he's fouled, and Trevor Cornell will head to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Great passing of the basketball resulted in that basket, no doubt about it. First foul of the night on South Central. Rob got it.
And so he'll sit down.
Well, there you go.
Replacing 1-1 is 2-2. Seth Shoemate back into the ball game for Mason Robb.
You know, that'll only go to a certain point.
Cornell puts the free throw up and in.
You won't get to that 6-6.
He has, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He has 3, makes it 9-5. Neoga's up by their largest lead of the evening. Hester with it on the right side for the Cougars, bounces it out top for Bront. Bront gets a screen from Wilshire as he brings it to the left wing. Now
I would like to have 9-9. That would be cool.
He flips it out top. They get it to Lutz, who's on the dribble, moves to the left corner. Now skip pass to Bront, right wing 3, got it. Hunter Bront has 5 of the South Central 7. They trail by 2, 9-7 with a minute to play in the first quarter. Roy, cross-court pass picked off. Shoemate with the steal, drives to the layup, but Roy blocked it. Roy passes it up court quickly to Cornell. To Johnson in the lane, stops and pops. Jumper, good. Reese Johnson has his 6th point of the ball game, and just like that, Neoga's back up 4.
Johnson's hit 3 straight shots. So
with 40 seconds to play, Logan Lutz bounces it to Wilshire at the top of the key. He leaves it with Bront. Bront back to Hester. Hester to Shoemate. Shoemate out to Lutz. Just a little flex offense here for the Cougars, working against the man-to-man. Lots of cuts, lots of movement. Bront has it out top. They work it to Hester. Hester to Logan Lutz. He gets it in the center circle with 17 seconds on the clock. See if the Cougars want to hold for the last one now. It appears to be the plan. They set up in a 1-4 across the free throw line extended. Bounce to Hester. On the side, top to Bront. Now on the side to Lutz. 4 seconds on the clock. He's going to penetrate. Stops. Shot blocked by Johnson. Rebounds in the air. And the horn blows as it comes down. So after one, it is Neoga 11, South Central 7. NTC consolation bracket action on 97.9 XFM.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
First quarter stats, South Central was 3 of 11, 27%, but they did make a 3. They haven't been to the line. 3 turnovers, 5 rebounds. Neoga was 5 for 10, but they were 0 for 4 on 3, so they had 5 out of 6 of their 2s. They made their only foul shot, 4 turnovers. They had 8 rebounds.
So we'll see how things go here in this second quarter of action, as it'll be South Central ball to begin. Looks like the same players are out there for the most part. We'll double check. No, Daniel Roberts checked back into the ball game. He has it now for the Cougars as he works it to Hunter Bront. Bront sets the screen for Lutz. Lutz moves into the lane. Now kicks it out top to Roberts, to Bront again. He steps to the right baseline, cut off by Cornell. Flips it to Roberts at the top of the key. He has it poked free, and it's finally picked up by Neoga and Trevor Roy. He pushes it into the lane. Puts up the little runner. Got it to go. Trevor Roy makes it 13-7, and now we've got a whistle. And it's apparently after the shot. So it's on Trevor Roy. They call him for a foul after the shot. That's kind of unusual, but the bucket still counts for Roy.
Mark Blickensdorfer over talking to Andrew Snow and explaining it to him, and Andrew says, okay.
But Neoga is up 6 now. 13-7, their largest lead of the night. Logan Lutz has it. Works it out top to Bront. Nice pass into Roberts, who finally controls and puts it up and in. Big bucket there for the Cougars, you get the feeling early here as they cut the lead back down to 4. Roy crosses the timeline. Has it on the right side, looks in the paint for Cornell. Sweeps around a man, puts up a shot. It's a little short. Rebound tipped, and Cornell controls. Leaves it with Roy, who goes into the lane. Tried to flip up a shot, and he traveled with it before he got the shot away. There was a little contact in there, and that might have thrown Roy off a little bit, but he gets called for steps.
First turnover this quarter on Neoga. Each team has one in the period now.
So with 6:45 to play in the second quarter, Logan Lutz is handling on the perimeter, bounces it for Bront. Bront on the left wing, tried to leave it with Roberts, pass is tipped, but able to control with Colin Miller in the corner. Now they look to go into Roberts again, and he's fouled from behind.
Levi Peters knew that foul was on.
Yep.
Palms up from the moment the whistle sounded. His first, and 3 on Neoga.
First substitutions of the ball game for Neoga, to my recollection. Chase Lanham in the ball game, a 5'11 senior, and also into the ball game is Adam Fearday for the first time.
Fewer changes for Neoga because they haven't been playing every night.
Well, and they haven't gotten the foul trouble like they did the other night, too.
That's a good point.
Lanham picks up Brant out top. He has it on the dribble. Crosses over, gets into the lane, leans in with the left hand. Shot won't go. Roberts, though, tips the rebound out to Miller, who loads up for 3. It's off the mark. This rebound controlled by Neoga and Levi Peters. He'll bring it across the timeline where he looks for Johnson, but his pass is tipped, but Peters corrals it along the sideline. Now has a little trouble with it, but he gets it safely to Johnson. 6 minutes to play in the second quarter, 13-9. Neoga with the ball and the lead as they look over the 1-2-2 zone of the South Central Cougars. Roy with it, top of the key. Tried to force it inside to Lanham. Pass was kicked, and it'll be Neoga ball. And they say it's under the basket.
Hey, just a quick reminder, T-Town and Effingham girls basketball coming up at about 7:30 tonight. That'll be on KJ Country at 102.3.
Reese Johnson looking to trigger the inbounds, has to fire it out top to Fearday, who goes to Lanham, back to Fearday to Johnson. Left corner three, no good. Long rebound on the right side to Logan Lutz. He brings it up court. Neoga back defensively. Lutz, though, looks for Bront in the corner. He's open for a three, and he buries it. Hunter Bront.
Okay, go ahead.
He has 8, making it 13-12. Neoga with the ball and the 1-point lead as they get it across the timeline. Johnson holds. Now leaves it with Fearday over to Roy. Back to Fearday left side. Now left corner they go to Lanham. Chase fires it back out to Adam Fearday. Swinging it to Trevor Roy. Baseline to Johnson. That pass was a little far out in front, and what a save by Daniel Roberts. He gets the steal, and he throws it into Lutz, who drives all the way into the lane, left the layup short. Rebound to Reese Johnson, and we're running the other way. Johnson on the left side had the ball knocked loose, and apparently Neoga touched it last. So with 5:03 to play in the second quarter, we'll have another Neoga substitution as into the ball game as Nick Titus. He sees his first action of the night, and he replaces Trevor Roy. Nick Titus wearing number 31 for the Indians. South Central looking to take their first lead of the night. Lotz has it left side. Gets it out top to Miller. Loads up for a three. That's way off the mark and sails out of bounds without anybody touching it. It'll belong to Neoga to bring up court. And Miller's going to have a seat now, and Tanner Hester returns.
5 straight for Neoga? Or firearms for South Central, pardon me?
Yes, I believe so, yes. They were up 13-7, that's right. Now 13-12. Neoga with the ball and the 1-point lead with 4:35 on the second quarter clock. They're pitching it around the perimeter. Titus works it top to Fearday. Fearday looks into the lane to Johnson. Johnson in a crowd forces up a left-handed shot. It's no good. Hunter Bront with the rebound for South Central. Quick outlet to Lutz. Lutz bounces it in the corner to Hester. Hester on the left side. Flips it back out top to Bront. Bront looks to Lutz and again to Hester on that left wing. He again gets it out top to Lutz. Now they go to Roberts. Roberts hands it back to Lutz. He's going to try to cross over and go baseline. Cut off by Roy. Roy sends it around the perimeter, and Shoemate has it. Back out top to Bront. Bront into the lane at the free throw line. Leaves it with Lutz. Lutz gets it back to Hester to Shoemate. Top of the key three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Who touched it last? It was Roberts. So Neoga will have the ball. We've got Keenan Wilshire checking in for Daniel Roberts. Also back into the ball game is Mason Robb as Seth Shoemate has a seat. Now Colin Miller's going to check back in to replace Tanner Hester. Meanwhile, Neoga has Mitchell Cornell back onto the court, and I think Lanham sat down. We'll try to double check. Meanwhile, Neoga pushes it up court. They've got it out top with Titus. Titus looks for Fearday, right side. Now baseline, they go to Levi Peters. Peters sends it over to Titus. Now again to Fearday, again to Levi Peters in the right corner, and they skip it again to Titus on the left side. Now Johnson gets it in the left corner. Bounces it out to Titus. Three from the wing, a little strong. Rebound, Hunter Bront. Outlet to Lutz. He's bringing it up the left side. Moves towards the top of the key. Now backs out to the center circle. At 3:13 on the second quarter clock. Gets a little screen. Takes it to the left side. Now finds Hunter Bront out top. They swing it around the perimeter. Bront has it again, top of the key. Back to Lutz. Back to Bront. Bront works from the top of the key. Gets into the lane. Puts up a shot. Got it. Hunter Bront already in double figures and is 14-13, and South Central has their first lead of the night.
Bront's 4 out of 5 from the field to start this game.
So with 2:50 to play in the second quarter, Neoga looking to get the lead back. Titus and Fearday playing catch out top. Johnson gets it down in the right corner. Skip pass, too tall for Titus, and it sails out of bounds, a Neoga turnover. Their third of the quarter. Trevor Roy into the ball game for Adam Fearday. South Central going to bring it up court. Neoga still playing the man-to-man. They've been in that all game. Lutz across the timeline. Looks to go to the left wing. Now gets a screen from Hunter Bront. Picks up his dribble. Finds, I believe that's Mason Robb out there. He got it back to Lutz to Bront. Back out top to Lutz. Now to Keenan Wilshire. Johnson tries to pick his pocket, but Wilshire stays with it. Hands it off to Logan Lutz. And Lutz brings it across the top of the key over to the left wing. Gets it out top to Robb. Now they swing it to Bront. Bront's on the right side. Gets it out top to Miller. Miller goes to the left wing. Miller circles it back out top to Robb. Over to Lutz. Logan Lutz patiently working the offense with his South Central Cougar teammates against Neoga man-to-man, who's not allowed him an easy shot just yet. Lutz bounces it for Bront. Bront's on the right side, matched up with Cornell. Jab steps, gets into the lane, leaves it with Logan Lutz. He works around a screen, puts up a shot. It's blocked by Cornell, who came over to help out. Cornell grabbed the rebound, and then Lutz tried to get it back, and he called for the foul.
Just the second foul of the game on South Central. Lutz is first.
So with 1:35 to play in the first half of action, Neoga once again will try to take the lead back.
We've only had 5 fouls called in the first half.
Minute and a half to play as Neoga gets it across the timeline.
Indians have 2 points in the second quarter, Matt.
Yeah. Titus skip pass across to Roy. Back across they go to Titus. Now top of the key, Johnson again to Titus. He loads up for a 3. It's off the mark. Hunter Bront grabs the rebound. Outlet to Lutz. Logan Lutz gets into the lane, weaves through the traffic, puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebound, Levi Peters. Peters, outlet to Johnson. Johnson up the right side, just stops and takes a quick 3. It's around and out, no good. Roy with the rebound. It's no good. Put back Cornell. He missed it, and he attacks Wilshire, who grabbed the rebound, and there's a foul on Cornell.
He picks up his first of the evening. 4 now on the Indians.
A little frustration coming out there for the Indians, I believe, and they're going to get Cornell out of there as J.C. Keller's into the ball game to replace him. Also, Titus will have a seat, and back in is Chase Banning for Neoga. South Central has their starting 5 out there now.
Neoga has shut out Lutz. 1,000-point scorer, has not scored, and teams have really keyed on him all week.
40 seconds to play now in the second quarter, and we've got a foul called away from the ball, and that's going against the Cougars.
1-4. Hunter Bront, his first, just 3 on the Cougars, but their second turnover in the quarter.
So Neoga's going to look to get their second bucket of the quarter, but it'll give them the lead if they get it.
Still have a chance of regaining the lead, you're right.
Roy penetrates, tries to get it underneath the Peters, but Cougars step in front of the pass, and Roberts comes out of there with it as Neoga turns it over for the 4th time. 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Logan Lutz rushed it up court, but then backed it out as Neoga got back defensively. So Logan Lutz works at the top of the key, gets it over to Shoemate. 8 seconds. They go to Lutz left wing. He fires it back out top to Miller. Miller loads up for a 3, left it short. Rebound, J.C. Keller, and that'll end the first half of action. After one half of action, it's South Central 14, Neoga 13. You're listening to Consolation Bracket Action on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
2018 was a record year, and we're out to shatter that record for 2019.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel or Kurt Strohmeyer at 347-9697.
The score here at Altamont as the South Central Cougars came back to take the lead over the Neoga Indians after Neoga led 11-7 after the first quarter of action. Each team has had the lead in this ball game. Of course, South Central led by one. This 1-point lead is their largest of the ball game. The Neoga Indians led by as many as 6 in that first quarter. Again, Neoga had quarters of 11-2 for their 13, and South Central had quarters of 7-7 for a total of 14. Hunter Brandt leads all scorers. He's in double figures with 10 points, 2 points apiece for Daniel Roberts and Keenan Wilshire. That's the points for the Cougars as Logan Lutz, Colin Miller, Seth Shoemake, Tanner Hester, and Mason Robb have all played as well for the Cougars. For the Neoga Indians, Reese Johnson has 6, Mitchell Cornell has 3, Trevor Roy with 2, Levi Peters with 2. Chase Banning has not scored. Adam Fearday has played and not scored, as has Chase Lanham and J.C. Keller so far in the first half. Again, the score 14-13 here at halftime of the opening game of the night. Keep in mind, it'll be Altamont and Dietrich in the semifinals to see who takes on St. Anthony tomorrow night for the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament Championship. And you can catch all the action on 97.9 XFM. Your score here at halftime, 14-13, South Central leading Neoga. We'll be back with Greg Stats after this on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament. 97.9 XFM.
All right, we're back at Altamont Community High School at halftime. It's a 14-13 ball game. South Central leads Neoga by 1. And shooting, leaves a little to be desired. The Cougars are 6 of 22 at halftime. That's 3 of 11 each quarter. So that's 6 for 22 at halftime, 27% from the field. South Central hasn't been to the line yet. They have 5 turnovers and 2 this second quarter, and 2 for 7 on threes for 29%. Neoga, 6 for 19 from the field. That includes 8 misses on threes and no makes. They've made the only foul shot. In fact, they've taken the only foul shot in the game so far. Indians have 8 turnovers, 4 each quarter, and they have 14 rebounds. So Neoga with a 14-5 edge on South Central as far as rebounds, and that's helping keep the Indians in the ball game. Individually, for South Central, Logan Lutz is 0 for 6 from the field with a foul and a rebound. Daniel Roberts 1 for 4 for his 2 points with a rebound, Hunter Brandt's the one kid that's been able to shoot the ball well. He's 4 for 5 for the Cougars, and that includes 2 made threes. So he has 10 points with a foul and 5 rebounds. So good thing Brandt didn't miss the bus. Colin Miller has missed 3 threes, but has a couple of rebounds. Seth Shoemate's 0 for 3 from the field. And Keenan Wilshire made his only shot, and Mason Robb has a rebound. 7 each quarter for South Central's 14 points here at halftime. For Neoga, Chase Banning has a rebound and a foul. Levi Peters made a shot early, so he has 2 points with a foul and 2 rebounds. Reese Johnson 3 for 7 from the field for his 6 points with 3 rebounds. Trevor Roy's 1 for 4 for his 2 points with 4 rebounds and a foul. Mitchell Cornell 1 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 from the line. The only kid who shot a foul shot in the first half. He has a foul and 3 rebounds to go with his 3 points. And Chase Lanham got to play, and J.C. Keller grabbed a rebound, and Nick Titus missed a couple of threes. 11 and 2, Neoga's quarters for 13 points. And that's allowed South Central to have a 14-13 lead here at halftime. Both teams back out from the locker rooms. Coaches probably said, shoot better. And that doesn't take long to say, so we'll see if that pays off. Back with more halftime information for you in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
At the half, it's 14-13 South Central in front of Neoga by 1. And Neoga just got to get the lid off the basket. That's the first thing for them to take care of. The other thing that somebody needs to address for South Central is we got a rebound. They only had 5 rebounds in the first half. That's not going to win you a lot of ball games. So if each team's looking for something to concentrate on, those might be a couple of things to consider.
You get the feeling something has to give, so to speak, in this ball game, and you got to believe Neoga's going to shoot a little better in the second half. But you got to give credit to South Central. They've been playing good defense. They've been sticking right with them, and that zone has frustrated Neoga throughout much of the ball games. When they've been able to get it inside, they've been a little more effective. But that's when and if.
Well, if you're good scouts, you know Lutz has scored 1,000 points for South Central, and you know Reese Johnson scores a whole bunch of points for Neoga. So you concentrate on knocking those guys out of the equation, and then you can try to let everybody else be held down, or let those guys get their points and you hold everybody else down. I mean, there's always 2 schools of thought about that. So far, though, Johnson didn't score in the second quarter, and Lutz hasn't scored at all. So, you know, that's working out. We'll see what the second half brings. Want to remind you that there's a big deal here tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, as a fundraiser for Altamont's grade school program, the public school, they're having a fundraiser, having a soup supper here from 4 to 8 p.m., and what you need to do is come over and eat, because they got like 4 kinds of soup, and all the money's going to help the grade school program. So if you're wondering about dinner plans tomorrow night, I might suggest just come here to the high school.
Great place to be in between games, that sort of thing. Neoga ball to start the second half of action. They trail this one 14-13. Yeah, second half, 14-13 is indeed the score, as South Central has the 1-point lead, and they're still playing that zone. Kind of 1-2-2 look this time. The guy out top flattens into the middle a little bit. That allows Chase Banning to fire up a 3. Shot no good, but a great rebound by Levi Peters, and he got fouled in there, but it was before he could try any sort of a shot.
Lutz got him, I think. Yep. His second.
So Banning looking to trigger the inbounds. The starters are on the court for each of the teams for the second half of action. Banning has it right wing, gets it out top to Roy. Roy to Banning. Banning dribbles it a few times, goes to Roy, now to Cornell, baseline, skip pass to Banning, baseline, they go to Peters. He's on the right side. He'll skip it to the left wing to Roy, who loads up for a 3, no good. Rebound tip. Peters still tipping it around with Roberts, and finally Daniel Roberts touched it last as it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Neoga one more time.
Peters helped Roberts touch it last. Sneaky.
Those 2 kids can both jump. They're not the biggest kids, but boy, they can get in the air. Meanwhile, Neoga works the inbounds. Roy comes crashing into the lane, and Roberts took the charge. Now you can see that coming a mile away as the offensive foul is whistled on Trevor Roy.
His second foul, Neoga's first turnover this half.
Roberts is kind of flexing that right elbow. He hit that on the floor when he came down, but he stays out there for the Cougars as Logan Lutz brings it up court.
And remember, he'd just been on the floor about 2 seconds before on that ball out of bounds.
Hunter Brandt trying to make a move into the lane, gets called for steps. So a couple of turnovers here.
Yeah, so can't score if you turn the ball over.
Maybe that's why it's 14-13 here.
Highly likely that that's a key ingredient of that.
Neoga brings the ball across the timeline. Chase Banning has it. Flips it back to Roy. Roy is directing some traffic. He's got two teammates in the same spot. That doesn't usually work out well. Banning looks for Roy again as he had a quick pass out top. Roy brings it over to the left side. Now Banning right wing. They get it down in the corner to Cornell. He tried to go inside to teammate Peters. Peters saves it in bounds. It's tipped around, and Banning picks it up. 15-footer, no good. Rebound Johnson into Peters, and Peters leans in, and he's called for the offensive foul as he tried to get a shot away.
Wow. That's prevalent, these charging calls. Second on Peters. Neoga has 2 turnovers in the quarter, both on charges.
And give credit to the Cougars. They're not trying to block shots. They're just getting in good position and taking those hits.
Trying to block kids.
They're working the ball around the perimeter. Lutz looks inside for Brandt. Brandt's bumped from behind. That foul, another one on Neoga.
Cornell got him, his second. So 3 different Indians kids have picked up their second foul like here in the first 2 minutes of this second half.
Shoemate looking to trigger the inbounds from underneath. Still looking. Nobody open. Finally, he spots Roberts on the wing. They get it out to Miller, over to Lutz. Lutz way out on the left side. Fires it to Shoemate, left wing. He holds, puts the dribble down, gets it way back out top to Lutz. Lutz from the center circle. Takes it to the right side, to the baseline. Now kicks it out to Shoemate. 3 on the way from the wing, ball short. Rebound pulled down by Reese Johnson. Fires it ahead to Roy. Roy has a little trouble on the dribble, and the ball's knocked loose, and we've got a foul whistled against the Cougars.
Shoemate got it. They missed the 3, and then he got the foul. His first foul. 2 on the Cougars this half.
We've played 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and we've almost got the same number of fouls we had in the whole first half, right?
It's exactly right.
Neoga works it into Cornell. Now to Roy. Back in the corner to Johnson for 3. It's no good. Cornell had the rebound, and as he was trying to put it back up, he's fouled by Roberts. And Cornell will head to the line for a couple to try to get some points on the board.
Daniel Roberts' first foul. 3 on South Central this half. We got Altamont and Dietrich coming up after this one to see who's going to be in the championship game tomorrow night at 7:30.
Free throw on the way is good. So Mitchell Cornell hits the first of 2 free throws, tying this ball game up at 14.
South Central 1 shot so far in this quarter.
Meanwhile, Cornell hits the next. So give him 5 in the ball game, and it's 15-14. Neoga back ahead by 1.
And we still have no baskets in the second half.
2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Shoemate has it on the right side. Gets the screen out top from Roberts. Takes it over to Lutz on the left wing. Covered up closely by Johnson. They swing it out to Shoemate, to Roberts in the corner. Back out top, they go to Lutz. Lutz from the center circle. Fires it to Brandt. Pass is tipped by Cornell. It goes in the backcourt, but Brandt's able to recover. He'll bring it across the timeline. Takes it to the left side. Gets to the baseline where he leaves it with Miller in the corner. Miller works around the defender. Now leaves it in the corner with Brandt. He'll take the left baseline, drives, and sticks it up and in.
There's a basket.
Hunter Brandt makes it 16-15 back to the Cougars with the 1-point edge. Reese Johnson in it with it, right corner. Gets it back out to Roy for Neoga. They swing it over to Banning. Now baseline Cornell. His 3 is blocked out there by Brandt, and Shoemate comes down with the rebound. The outlet ahead to Brandt. He drives into the lane, flips it high over Roy. Shot no good. Rebound Reese Johnson. He pushes it up the middle of the court. Crosses over, gets into the lane. Ball knocked away on his way to the basket, and then a foul is whistled in there.
Mark Blickensdorfer says 2-1. And that gives Colin Miller his first. Cougars with 4 now in the half. And you're right, they only had 3 in the whole first half.
Officials got a couple of the players together there in the middle of the lane just to have a little peace treaty. Meanwhile, free throw on the way is up and good for Reese Johnson. He now has 7 in the ball game. Makes it 16-16. Next one up for Reese. It's good. So he has 8, and Neoga's back ahead 17-16 with 4:28 to play in the third quarter.
Neoga isn't getting a shot down from the field, but they're 4 for 4 from the line here to start the half, so they're hanging in there.
Logan Lutz spins, gets into the lane. Right-handed layup is good. Logan Lutz has his first 2 points of the night, making it 18-17 in favor of South Central.
Well, one thing you can say about a low-scoring game, it's close.
Yeah.
If somebody ever gets on a jag, it's going to be significant.
Johnson with it, gets to the top of the key to Roy. Fakes the three, drives in the lane, got stripped by Roberts, but Roy gets it back. He's under the basket, needs help, sends it out to Bannon. Into the lane, goes to Johnson. Johnson stops and pops for a 12-footer off the dribble. It's no good. Rebound, Hunter Braun. Clears it to Lutz, who brings it up court. Fires it in the corner to Miller. Back out to Lutz. 3:40 to play in the third quarter. South Central leading 18-17 and looking to add to it. Lutz has it again, top of the key. Works against Johnson. Spins off a screen from Roberts to the right side. Johnson stayed right with him, so he sends it out to Miller to Shoemate. Back to Miller, over to Lutz again on the right wing. He's looking in the paint, nothing doing. Now he's going to drive in the lane himself. Tries another right-handed layup. It's missed. Crashing for the rebound is Hunter Bront, but he's going to be called for going over the back.
Cornell had possession. Bront got the foul. His second. 5 now on the Cougars.
Roberts and Shoemate sit down for South Central. Levi Peters has a seat for Neoga. Into the ball game for South Central is Mason Robb. He returns. And also Keenan Wilshire is back out there. For Neoga, they've got Adam Fearday into the ball game, and he has it now in the corner. They swing it back out top to Banning, now to Cornell. He's on the left side. They swing it right side to Roy, right corner to Fearday, back out to Roy, over to Banning left side. To Roy, top of the key, where he looks in the lane for Johnson. He gets it to Fearday in the right corner, skips a pass across to nobody. Mason Robb knocked it loose, and South Central comes away with the ball. Neoga's third turnover of the third quarter. Robb has it right corner. Flips it all the way back out top to Hunter Bront. Bront sees Lutz come to get the ball, and he'll set it up from the center circle. Works it over to Robb left side. Back out top to Lutz. He goes to Bront. Bront works into the lane. Now kicks it out to Miller in the corner. Back to Lutz. He travels with it as he starts to make a move to try to get in the paint.
2 turnovers on the Cougars here. Just 7 in the game, though. That's a nice number. 11 for Neoga tonight.
18-17 remains the score. South Central with the lead. Neoga with the ball here in this consolation semifinal bracket of the 84th annual NTC tournament. Neoga's Reese Johnson looks over the defense and says, well, they're not guarding me. I'm going to shoot it from the top of the key, and he buries the long three. He has 11, and now a 2-point lead for Neoga with 2:06 to play in the third quarter, and South Central takes a timeout. It'll be a 30-second break as it's Neoga 20, South Central 18. High school basketball on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
20-18 the score. Neoga with the lead. South Central trying to inbound the ball with 2:06 to play in the third quarter. Johnson almost got the steal, but Logan Lutz is able to control in backcourt, and he walks it across the timeline. Neoga in the half-court man-to-man. They work it to Robb. Robb's pass out top is knocked loose. Robb caught it when he was on his side of the timeline, but his momentum pulled him across the line for an over and back, and that's South Central's third turnover of the third quarter.
Neoga gets any kind of roll going here and gets the lead. I don't know.
A 4 or 5 point lead is huge in this type of game.
They might have another weapon or two than South Central. See what happens here.
Roy from the top of the key spins, gets it to Johnson, open for a 3. That one's short. Great box out inside by South Central, and Wilshire grabs the rebound. Outlet to Lutz. He's on the right side. Gets it out to Miller, or gets it in the corner to Miller. Back out to Lutz. Lutz backs out and sets the offense for the Cougars from the top of the key. Takes it to the left side. Gets to the baseline. Step back 15-footer is short. Rebound, Fearday for Neoga. Gets it to Roy. Roy pushing it up the right side. Met by Logan Lutz. Crosses over. Gets around him to the top of the key where he strips of the ball. Miller comes away with it. Gets it to Lutz. Lutz drives in. Puts up a layup. It's no good. Body's hitting the floor. Rebound, meanwhile, Reese Johnson. He brings it up court, leaves it with Fearday. Fearday tried to hook it into Roy. Roy somehow got the ball, but that's because he fouled with it. so it's going to be a foul on Trevor Roy as he got the ball, but he went through a Cougar to get it.
Roy's the first kid for either team to get the 3 fouls. That's 4 fouls on Neoga this half.
And we've got substitutions each way. Tanner Hester is into the ball game for South Central. And Titus is back on the court for Neoga. He replaced Roy with those 3 fouls. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. High post. The Cougars go to Bront. They skip it back right side to Lutz. Logan, crossover dribble, got the baseline, leans in, shot's no good because Johnson hit him on the arm, so Logan Lutz will head to the line for a couple.
Mike Krager agrees with you. Foul on Johnson is his first this evening, and that's 5 on Neoga, so both teams sitting on 5 team fouls.
So Logan Lutz will try to tie this ball game up at the charity stripe with 42.2 seconds showing on the third quarter clock. The first free throw, though, rattles out, no good. So he'll have to try again to pull him within 1. Number 3 puts the free throw up. This one's short, no good, but the rebound to Mason Robb. In a crowd, he lost it. Taken away by Banning eventually, and then Banning is fouled by Lutz after he was trying to bring it up court.
So 4 turnovers now on the Cougars this quarter. And then the foul on Lutz is his third. So that is a bad trip all the way around.
And now he's going to head to the bench with 36.9 seconds to play in the third quarter. Want to make sure he doesn't pick up his 4th as Seth Shoemate's back into the ball game.
Okay, it's anybody's game. You're just waiting on somebody to get their fuse lit here.
Out top with it is Titus for Neoga. They go to Roy, now to Banning. Back to Titus. 3 on the way. Left it short. Rebound Seth Shoemate. He clears it to Hunter Bront with 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Hunter's going to get it across the timeline for South Central. Looks like he'll handle the point guard duties this trip. He works from the center circle. Now he's picked up his dribble, going to need some help. And Roberts to the rescue. They overrun the play. Roberts drives for the layup. Some contact. No call. Rebound pulled down by Titus. They get it across the timeline, launching a shot at the buzzer. It's Fearday as it hit the rim from the center circle, but bounced off. No good. So after 3, it's Neoga 20, South Central 18. You're listening to NTC Tournament Action on 97.9 XFM.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.
Central ball when we get back to action here to start the fourth quarter.
Neoga was 1 for 11 from the field. 1 for 11. That's 8%. 1 for 7 on threes, and they outscored South Central, who was 2 of 8 and 0 for 1 on threes. And Neoga's going 4 for 4 from the line in the third quarter, helped a bunch as well.
So, final 8 minutes of action here in this semifinal game on the consolation bracket side as South Central tries to work it out top, and we've got a foul as Neoga pushed their way through a screen to try to get to Miller at the top of the key.
Banning, I think, was the fouler. I'll double check. I think that's what Mike Krager signaled. Yeah, Banning's second foul. That's 6 for them, so each team's going to put the other in the bonus next foul.
Logan Lutz back onto the court for the Cougars. As he'll take the pass in backcourt. Fires Roberts on the left wing. Roberts back out top to Lutz. Lutz gets a screen from Bront. Goes to the right side. Now sends it back to Roberts into posting Bront. Bront has it knocked away from behind, but recovers on the baseline. Sends it to Roberts. Top of the key 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound snatched out of there by Banning of Neoga, and here he comes. Now he slows things down as he flips it back out top. Johnson has it. Works it to Titus. Back in the corner to Banning. Chases 3 is around and out, no good. But Johnson secured the rebound. He runs it out to the perimeter. Gets it to Fearday, to Titus at the top of the key. Now to Johnson. Johnson on the wing, looks to Fearday in the corner on the right side. Now they swing it back across. They're playing catch out top. Banning has it in the corner. Drives the right baseline. Skips it out to Johnson. 3 on the way. Little strong, no good. Fearday, though, tips the rebound back out to Titus. Titus to Banning for a 3. It's no good. Cornell with a rebound. Turns, throws to put up a shot, and it's knocked away from behind. I believe he got another foul on Logan Lutz, but we'll wait and see.
He's picked him up in a hurry here lately. That's his 4th. And bonus time.
So Mitchell Cornell goes to the line for a 1-and-1. Yeah, it will be 2. I'm pretty sure he was shooting.
Yep.
Free throw is up, and it's around and no good. They're going to leave Lutz on the court. Coach Doring called him over for a chat, but he's leaving his senior point guard out there.
Banning down, Roy back in for Neoga.
20-18. 6:41 to play in the 4th quarter. That free throw good for Cornell. So he goes 1 of 2 at the line, but pushes the lead to 3, 21-18, with 6:40 on the 4th quarter clock.
Neoga's up by 3 with 1 basket in the second half.
Bront works into the lane, spins around the defender, puts the left-handed shot up, no good. Rebound tipped out, and Cornell has it. He's on the run up the right side. Stops, pops. 15-footer is short. Rebound's headed out of bounds, and we've got a foul whistled, I believe, going after the rebound.
More fouls than points. I thought I was kidding.
So we're walking down to South Central's end. Chase Banning in to replace number 40, Mitchell Cornell. I believe that's who they signaled for that foul.
Sorry, hadn't been up on the board yet. Cornell's 3rd. So both teams are over the limit.
6:25 to play in the 4th quarter. Seth Shoemate will see if he can pull his Cougars closer with this 1-and-1 opportunity. Free throw is up. It's good. He hit the first one. Gives him his first point in the ball game, and the Cougars are back within 2, 21-19.
That, friends, is the first made foul shot for South Central in the game.
And that one's short. No good. Banning has the rebound for Neoga. South Central picks up in a 1-2-2 3-quarter court trap. Neoga gets it to Roy. He runs it up court. Flips up the 5-footer on the baseline. Fading away. Trevor Roy got it to go.
Here's the fade. See, employed the fade there and that shot.
23-19. Neoga up by 4. That's the biggest lead in the second half for either team. Roy went for the steal. Shoemate, though, was cut off by a teammate. Now Roy pokes it away from behind as we've got a timeout taken. So the Cougars took a full timeout with 5:51 to play in the 4th quarter. They trail Neoga 23-19. You're listening to NTC Tournament Action on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
23-19. South Central took the timeout. They're trailing by 4 with 5:57 on the 4th quarter clock. Logan Lutz takes the inbound pass in backcourt as he crosses the timeline. He bounces it high post for Hunter Bront. Bront from the elbow of the free throw line trying to get to the basket. Johnson came in to knock the ball loose. Bront went down in the corner to get it back. Now Johnson tries again, and this time he fouls Bront. So Hunter will head to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Johnson's second foul. Nobody has more than 3 for Neoga. Lutz has 4 for South Central. So as far as in danger foul-wise, that's what we have.
Free throw on the way for Hunter is too strong, no good. And Chase Banning has another rebound. He's starting to collect those pretty regularly, it seems to me.
4 in the game, 3 in the half.
5.5 to play in the contest. Fearday has it out top for Neoga. They work it around the perimeter. And Johnson has tried to handle a pass along the sideline, and it just hit off his hand and bounced out of bounds.
First turnover on either team in the fourth quarter.
Kind of an unforced error there. See if South Central can make them pay. As Lutz walks it across the timeline, 5:19 and counting as he sets the offense. Hunter Braun at the high post, gives a little screen to Lutz. He drives in the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Fearday the rebound. Adam pushes it up court, leaves it on the wing with Banning. Here's a three, got it. Chase Banning connects for his first points of the tournament, making it 26-19 in favor of Neoga. They're up by 7. And that is the largest lead of the game.
Banning's played good defense, but he's really been scuffling offensively. That's got to feel like the weight of the words off him.
South Central looking for some points. Posting up Hunter Brandt. Shot a little strong. Rebound Neoga. Roy handed it off to Johnson. Johnson across the timeline. Leaves it with Titus. Titus to Banning. Now back out top to Johnson. Working against the 1-2-2 half-court zone. They're not really pressuring him out there, so Johnson's just holding it. Now they come to him, so he got it to Banning, skips it to Roy, to Fearday, to Banning, top of the key. They swing it to Titus, left side. Titus brings it back out to Johnson, who's out top with it. Looking over the defense with 4:15 and counting. They get it to Fearday, left wing. Fearday brings it back towards the timeline. Lobs a pass over to Roy. Roy bounces at high post for Johnson. He's at the elbow of the free throw line. Leaves it with Roy. Roy from the top of the key back to Johnson. Johnson bounces it to Banning. Corner to Titus. Three on the way, in and out, no good. Johnson with great rebounding position. Ball knocked away from behind, though, and the Cougars touched it last as it went out of bounds.
9 rebounds for Johnson now tonight.
Chase Banning will have the ball to inbounds from the baseline. Looking. Lobs it out for Johnson, but stepping in front of the pass is Miller.
Nice look to anticipate where that ball was coming.
Miller got it to Lutz. He leaves it with Roberts, who drives for the left-handed layup, and it's good. That's a much-needed basket for the Cougars, who now cut the lead down to 5. 26-21 the score. Roy has it out top. Works against the pressure, gets it to Titus. Titus to Fearday. He's on the right wing. Fearday brings it out, now leaves it with with Reese Johnson on the right wing. He goes to Banning. They work it across to Titus. Titus on the left side to Fearday. Fearday's along the sideline, needs some help, and he rifles a pass over to Roy. Roy made the snag, and he'll back it out to the center circle. Goes to Banning. He loads up for another three. This one's off the mark, no good. Rebound comes out long, and Lutz grabs it, pushes it to Shoemate. Layup, no good. It bounced off. Oh, my. Rebound, Reese Johnson. Under 3 minutes to play now, and it's still a 5-point ball game as Neoga dodged a bullet there.
Hard to imagine in a scoring debacle like this one, but a double-double now for Johnson.
Meanwhile, as Neoga moves the ball around the perimeter, they foul Titus, and that's a big foul in this ball game, Greg.
Lutz just fouled out. Logan Lutz leaves with just 2 points tonight. Hard to imagine.
Step into the free throw line will be Nick Titus for Neoga. Officials confer. I think they were making sure they had the right shooter, and they do. It's a 1-on-1 opportunity.
What a tough night for Lutz. 1 for 11 from the field.
Free throw on the way. It is good. Nick Titus has his first point of the ball game. And now Cornell will get set to come in to replace Chase Banning for Neoga.
A reminder, both these teams will play again tomorrow. We're just deciding when they'll play.
27-21. Neoga leads with 2:44 to play. Make it 28-21 as Titus hits both free throws. And that's a 7-point lead again for the Indians. Hunter Brandt has to take over the point guard duties with Lutz on the bench. Wilshire came in to replace him. They go to Roberts on the side. Wilshire high post to Brandt. Brandt works around the screen, gets into the lane. Shot off the glass is good. Hunter Brandt has 14, and South Central takes the timeout with 2:29 to play in the fourth quarter. It's a full timeout as it's Neoga 28, South Central 23. High school basketball action from the NTC tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Greg Holmes and others say hello. They're watching from the Kenna High Stand benefit in Gary Shirley Gymnasium at South Central High School. So hi to everybody in Paulina.
They're playing the pressure defense, trying to fluster Neoga. Neoga gets it inside to Fearday, but he had his back to the basket and he was underneath. So I think it was probably a pretty good decision by Adam to pull it out of the lane and reset for Neoga.
And Neoga doesn't have to be in a hurry. They got the ball 2 minutes to go and they're up 5.
They're chasing Reese Johnson out top. Now they get it to Fearday in the corner. Fearday skips the pass it to Roy. Roy to Johnson on the right side. Johnson's is going to bring it back out. Miller picks him up in the center circle. They go over to Roy. Roy can't handle the pass. I think it was tipped by Miller, and then Roy got a hand on it. Either way, however it happened, it's a turnover for Neoga. That's just what South Central needed.
I think you're right. I don't think he knew for sure whether or not he should touch it.
South Central with 1:45 on the clock, trails by 5. Bront with the top of the key, gets a screen from Wilshire as he goes to the right side, crosses over, and as he tries to get into the lane, a blocking foul is whistled against Neoga, and it appears to be Fearday who was trying to take a charge.
His first. Looked like he was still moving to me. So, Bront with a chance to get the line, stop the clock here, gets South Central a little closer.
Yeah, this is the best of both worlds, an opportunity to score with the clock stopped, but you got to come through with these free throws. Free throw for Hunter is up and good as he hit the front end of the 1-and-1. He has 15 points, and his team has 24.
That'll tell you something. He's been a busy kid.
Fearday will have a seat. Chase Banning back into the ball game for Neoga. 28-24 the score. Bront's free throw is up. This one's off the back iron, no good. Rebound Banning. He brings it up to Titus. Titus not across the timeline yet. Bounces it back for Johnson. Now ahead to Roy. Roy to Johnson out top. Johnson to Roy, right corner. Back out to Johnson. Johnson puts it on the floor. Got it over to Titus. Titus is fouled out top. And with 1:19 to play, Titus will go to the line.
Q1, I think. 1-2. Sorry. No, that can't be. It has to be 2-1. We don't have it up on the board yet, I think is the problem. Now we do. Second foul on Colin Miller.
So Nick Titus at the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity here.
It'll be double bonus, by the way, for both teams from this point.
First free throw rattles through for Titus. He has hit 3 free throws here when Neoga's really needed him coming down the stretch.
Coming off the bench, he's done the job, hasn't he? These foul shots in the fourth quarter.
Big Jim at Altamont filling up nicely for this semifinal game coming up between Altamont and Dietrich. You knew it would. Meanwhile, Titus hits the free throw, makes it 30-24 with 1:15 on the clock. Neoga with the 6-point lead. South Central with the ball. Shoemate looking, gets it to Roberts. Roberts circling it around the perimeter. Gets the feeling Cougars got to be in more of a hurry than this. Now Roberts does drive into the lane and drives into a defender. And this time Adam Fearday took the charge.
He got set that time. He was standing there and took the hit. So the turnover on the Cougars, their first of the quarter.
Wow. 24 with a minute 15 as he heads to the bench as they work the offense-defense substitution there with he and Chase Banning.
Got to check here at the scores table, I think, for who the foul was on. Called Mark Blickensdorfer over to chat. Now they're calling Mike Krager over for the chat. Now they're checking because they're not quite sure who got the foul.
I believe it should have been Robert. If I remember right, he was the one who's circling the perimeter.
And no combination of 2 and 1 is going to get you Roberts. So they're double checking because he's number 4. And now they put number 3 up.
on 21, Miller.
Okay.
All right.
His third.
Neoga has the ball tipped underneath the South Central basket, and it's finally taken by Braunt. He gets it to Shoemate in the corner to Miller for three. No good. Off the front of the rim. Rebound, Roy. He pushes it up court. Leaves it with Banning. Layup, missed it. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and it's off of Roberts, and it'll stay with Neoga. They were looking to ice that game away with the layup. Couldn't get it done, but they still have the ball.
Mike Krager still with the good hands down here officiating this game. Got that grab on the baseline. Just about got him upside the head.
Inbounds goes to Reese Johnson. They don't particularly want to foul him, but you're running out of time and options. Johnson circles it to the top of the key. Now he leaves it with Roy. Roy is fouled out there by Shoemate, and they were waiting for anybody but Johnson. You get the feeling.
Yep. I thought Neoga might have sneaked Titus back. There he is, ready to report back in. So Shoemate picks up his second. I said that because, Titus hit those foul shots earlier in the quarter. And there he is.
Free throw on the way for Roy. Good. So Trevor Roy with 5 in the ball game, but he extends the lead back to 7, matching the largest lead of the night. And Fearday's back into the ball game for Chase Banning. 36.2 seconds left. Next one for Neoga is up, and it's good. So Roy hit them both. He has 6, and it's 32-24. South Central's Hunter Braunt gets into the lane, and as he makes his move, he's bumped. And Coach Snow can't believe his boys committed that foul.
Not an opportune time for the team that's ahead to stop the clock. Foul called on Fearday, his second.
So Hunter Braunt to the free throw line, this time for 2, as it's double bonus for each team, and the free throw for Braunt is again off the back of the iron, no good. And here comes Fearday to the bench, and Banning back onto the court for Neoga.
And don't forget, we've got Altamont and Dietrich coming up after this. See who's going to play St. Anthony for all the enchiladas tomorrow night.
Oh, that one rattled out no good for Braunt. That one was 3/4 of the way down. Johnson, another rebound for Neoga.
11.
He crosses the timeline, and he's bumped by Braunt with 24.6 seconds left, and Neoga is poised to play St. Elmo Brownstown in the Consolation Championship game tomorrow afternoon. It appears like it's going to be Windsor Stew Straws and South Central in that 7th and 8th place game.
Third foul on Braunt, just for the record.
Meanwhile, Johnson's free throw is a little strong, no good. Day back. Banning to the bench. Next one's up. It's off the mark, no good for Johnson. Rebound Roberts. He's bringing it up the left side. Now crosses over, gets it into the middle. Braunt picks up the loose ball as it was tapped away. He forces up a 3. It's off the mark. Wilshire with the rebound as he crashes for the board. Got it out to Shoemate. 10 seconds left. Miller's covered up. Got it to Wilshire. Over to Shoemate. Finally to Braunt. He loads up a left wing 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Roy, who's fallen out of bounds. So he tried to get it off of a Cougar, but it's going to be out of bounds to South Central, but just 0.8 seconds left in the ball game. So Neoga is going to survive this one. South Central will trigger the inbound. Shoemate looks, got it to Miller, loads up for a 3. He got it. They will count it, I believe. Not an emphatic signal, but yes, they do count it for Miller. That's his first points of the ball game, and the game comes to a close. So the final, Neoga 32, South Central 27. Neoga will play St. Elmo Brownstown tomorrow in the Consolation Championship game. And the 11:30 game, it'll be Windsor Stew Straws and South Central. We'll take a break, come back with Greg Stats. We'll chat with the coaches and then get you set for Altamont and Dietrich, all at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 97.9.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
Welcome back to Altamont High School, where the final score was the Neoga Indians 32 and the South Central Cougars 27. Neoga put together quarters of 11, 2, 7, and 12 for their total of 32 points tonight. South Central had quarters of 7, 7, 4, and 9 for 27 in the ball game. Leading scorer tonight was South Central's Hunter Braun. He finished with 15 points. Daniel Roberts had 4 for South Central, 3 points for Colin Miller, 2 points for Logan Lutz and Keenan Wilshire, and a free throw for Seth Shoemate tonight, as Tanner Hester and Mason Robb also played in this one for Blake Doring's club, who drops to 12 and 10 on the season. Neoga improves to 12 and 8 on the campaign. They were led by Reese Johnson, who finished with 11, and I believe Greg said he had a double-double. We'll check with his stats in a second. Trevor Roy finished with 6, as did Mitchell Cornell. 4 points for Nick Titus, 4 big free throws in the fourth quarter. Chase Manning had 3, and Levi Peters finished with 2. Adam Fearday and Chase Lanham and J.C. Keller all saw the court for Neoga as well tonight, as they picked up the victory by the score of 32-27. Greg's working on the stats. We'll see if we can chat with the coaches and get you set for Altamont and Dietrich in the semifinals of the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years. 97.9 XFM and KJ Country.
All right, we're back at Altamont Community High School. Final score in that first one, really low-scoring game. Neoga 32, South Central 27. Neoga, hey, well, look at that. Well, we got a win. Close throughout, man. It was never lopsided. Of course, with that many points, you would have expected it would have been close. And scoring, man, just a tough night. Both teams shot 39 times from the field. South Central made 11. Neoga made 9. 9 for 39, and the Indians pulled off the win. So that's tough doing, but they got it done. South Central didn't get many opportunities at the line, and then they couldn't cash in when they did. They ended up going to the line 7 times in the fourth quarter and made 2. So they were 2 for 9 from the line in the second half. That's the only 9 foul shots they had. Trying to wrap it up for the quarter here, and then I'll tell you about for the game. South Central 3 for 9 in the fourth quarter, 5 for 17 in the second half from the field, and 11 of 39 for the game. 2 for 9 from the line. They ended up with 5 turnovers in the second half, finished with 10 in the game. That's a pretty good number. Rebounds were tough to come by for the Cougars, as they ended up with 8 in the second half. 13 in the second half. And they finished with so they had, 279. I'll be all right. And have my nourishment here. They ended up with a total of 8 ended up with 17 rebounds. Sorry, that shouldn't have been that hard to figure out. And turnovers, again, pretty good numbers. They only ended up with 9 of those in the ball game. Neoga was 9 for 39 from the field, so that's about 20%. 12 out of 15 from the line, though. That's where the Indians shine. That's what won them the game. 12 out of 15 from the line. They had 7 turnovers second half. They had 15 turnovers tonight. They had a ton of rebounds. That also helped them win the ball game. 12, 16, 23, 24. 24 boards in the second half. He ended up with 38 for the night. That is a whole bunch of boards. So good job at the line and a whole bunch of rebounds. Those were the keys to Neoga's win tonight. And as far as threes, that never did go for either ball club. Neoga put it up 6 times from three-point land in the fourth quarter, 13 for the second half, and 21 times for the game, and they made 2 for 21 on threes. But, hey, they got the job done. They got the win, and that's the bottom line. As far as the individual numbers, as we wait on our coaches to join, there's Andrew, so he'll be here in a second. As far as the individual numbers for South Central, Logan Lutz was 1 for 11 from the field, 0 for 2 from the line. Had a couple of rebounds to go with his 2 points. Daniel Roberts was 2 for 7 for his 4 points, and he had a couple of rebounds. Hunter Brandt ended with 15 points. He was 6 out of 12 from the field, but he was 1 for 5 from the line. He did have 6 rebounds to go with the 15 points. Colin Miller was 1 for 5 from the field. The one he made was a 3, so he had 3 points and a couple of boards. Seth Shoemate 0 for 5 from the field, but 1 for 2 from the line, and 2 rebounds to go with his 1 point. And Keenan Wilshire made his only shot, had a couple of rebounds to go with his 2 points, and Mason Robb had a rebound. 7-7, 4-9 for South Central's 27 points. And Neoga coach Andrew Snow is going to join us here for a post-game visit. And Andrew, tell you what, there's a battle, but you got the win, right?
It was something. I think we might have set the game of basketball back a few years offensively speaking, but yeah, we did enough things right to hold on.
2 things that were key for me on a tough shooting night. You rebounded the heck out of the ball.
Yeah, I was impressed with our offensive rebound. We went one trip there. We took 3 pretty bad threes, but luckily we got the ball back on every one of them. And yeah, that was huge for us. This is one of the few teams where we're somewhat, with Cornell's on the floor and Peters on the floor, we're kind of the bigger team, and we don't face that situation very often, so I was proud of them offensive rebound-wise.
Not only does that give you more chances to score, it gives the other team less chances to score.
Absolutely, and that's what we wanted. They run that 1-2-2 3-quarter court press on makes. I told the guys before the game, I said our best press breaker is not to let them make it, and we held the team to 24 points. That would have been a tough one to swallow if you hold a team 24 points and don't come out with a win. So I was proud of them for defensive end for sure.
Other thing besides the fact that you were able to rebound the ball so well is you were killer at the line.
Yeah, well, that's what I think Mary Sir said we were 12 or 15 or something like that. Yeah, that was huge. Yeah, we weren't a very good free throw shooting team at the beginning of the year, and I think we switched. We were a pretty good three-point shooting team at the beginning of the year, so we're switching back and forth on which one we're going to be good at depending on what night. But those are huge, especially in the fourth. And Nick Titus coming in and knocking down. I think he went 4 for 4 from the line. So that was huge for us.
Reese Johnson, the kid he's such a good athlete. Tough scoring night. He still had a double-double for you.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what he did the most. He held Logan Lutz to 2 points.
Yeah.
And he takes more pride in that than what he takes in shots that he makes or shots that he doesn't make. And that was huge for him. And Logan's a tremendous player, and Reese knows that, and we know that. And I think they have mutual respect for each other. And the way he went out there and held him tonight, that's the reason we were able to hold him 24 points. But yeah, he crashed the glass hard. Finally hit one of those shots from the top of the key that we've been looking for. I think we were 0 for 26 from the three-point line before he hit that one, and it was kind of funny when it went in. It was kind of everybody's looking up thinking about time.
About time. What do you tell the kids when it's just not going in the hole?
It's tough. I mean, we've touted around about that Dieter game all day on Thursday, and I mean, we walked into practice and said, you just got to make them. I went down to halftime, I said, there's nothing you can do. Chase Vandy's been one of our best shooters all year, and he shot bad the other night. Everyone shot bad the other night, and he finally got one to go in. It's just rhythm. It's just confidence. It's just seeing the ball go in and making it happen. There wasn't much to tell him. It was almost funny at times. Like, what do we do? We're getting the looks we want. They got to go in eventually.
Exactly. And then that's where the rebounds come in, because then you got yourself getting 3 and 4 times shots a trip at times.
Yeah, those were huge. We don't get a lot of offensive rebounds so far in the season, but those are big for us, because when those shots aren't going in, you better give yourself a second chance around the rim to make it happen.
There are a lot of factors into getting this win. You get a little more rest heading into tomorrow's game.
Yeah. I was here last night and watched that battle between Windsor Sioux and St. Elmo, and I was trying to figure out a way in my head where we didn't have to play either one of them, because they're both playing well right now, and I knew that St. Elmo would bounce back after a tough stretch there. But they're tough. They're going to be tough. I told the guys right after this game, I said, you're going to go up in the stands, everybody's going to talk about how bad we shot, this and that, and I'm like, tomorrow's not going to matter. We're going to come out, we're going to play with our confidence, our normal selves, and it's going to happen. That's just the approach we got to take every game, and we'll start getting them.
And if everybody steps back, takes a look at it, they'll say, hey, Neoga got a win last night.
That's right. I was saying all this and that, and one of the kids looked over and said, we won. I said, you're right, we won. It don't matter. Come February, we'll look back, and it'll be a win.
That is the bottom line. So, the shooting aside, you feel like your club's where you want it to be?
Yeah, I think so. I was impressed. I told the guys after the game, I know a few of our bigger guys, our post players, that wasn't really a game for, we needed, bigger bodies. We needed some guards there in the end, and that's where Nick came in, and Adam Fearday came in and did a tremendous job on Hunter Braunt, who had 80% of their points. He came in and held him scoreless for a few trips. Adam shoots for us on the defensive end. Tonight's the first night we really threw Titus out into the fire. He had a big week last week, JV fresh off-wise, and he kind of opened our eyes, and he plays so poised and confident, and that's what we needed out there, an extra guard to throw out there, and I think we got a good rotation. When we know we need to go get bigs, we got those senior guys on the bench that we can pull in, and we need to, add some guards to our lineup. We got those guys, and that's what you want this time of year. You're looking for the combo of guys that could be completely different than what it was at the beginning of the year and what it will be at the end, but you got to try and find that right mixture.
Very good. Andrew, always a pleasure.
Thanks,
we'll
Greg.
see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
You bet. Andrew Snow, coach of the Neoga Indians. They get the win tonight here. 32-27 the final, and Blake Doring is here now. And we'll saddle up the Cougar coach here and get a visit with him. And I was talking to Andrew, and gosh, when the ball won't go in the hole, what do you tell them? Just keep shooting?
We preach a lot of, control what you can, and, you control your effort, you can control your attitude, you can control being a great teammate. Unfortunately, you don't have 100% control whether the shot goes in or not. But, our kids' effort was outstanding. We gave up a couple offensive rebounds, but, we're undersized every game, and that's going to happen a little bit. But, our kids' effort was awesome. I just kept thinking the next shot was going to fall, and, unfortunately, it never did. And, we missed some, I'm not going to say easy layups, but some shots around the basket. We were 2 of 9 from the free throw line, and, you make a couple more of those, you make a layup or two, and, you're on the right side of things. But, like I said, you can't fault our kids' effort.
Boy, Hunter Brunt's a good athlete. He worked real hard, got you 15 tonight.
He's a nice player. And he's just kind of getting back in the swing of things after being he was out for 6 or 7 games before Christmas. He does a nice job. He can post up. He can pull up from 15. He can, he made a couple threes tonight. He's tough to guard because if you put a smaller guy on him, he can post him up. If you put a bigger, slower guy on him, he can go around him. So, he does a nice job.
Is it me, or does it look like everybody's job one's been to shut down Logan Lutz?
He, it certainly wasn't his best game, but he's a competitor.
It looks like everybody's paying a lot of attention to him.
He struggled tonight, but he like I said, he's a competitor, and I expect him to come back tomorrow and do some nice things for us.
Nice thing about this is you do get a bounce right back. There's not much time to dwell on, gosh, we didn't shoot the ball well, or man, we sure could have won, and all that, blah, blah, blah. Because you're right back at it.
Right, there's no time to, a little bit of time to hang your head, but, when you go to bed at night and wake up in the morning, we get another chance to compete, and, hopefully the ball goes in the hole.
You bet. I had you single digits on turnovers in the game.
Yeah, I thought we took care of the basketball. I thought our shot selection was, we a couple rush shots. I thought maybe Logan took a couple contested. But, for the most part, I thought our shot selection was good. We took care of the basketball. Gave up a couple offensive rebounds, but like I said, that's going to happen. I'm kind of disappointed. 2 of 9, I think, from the free throw line is what we had. And just missed a couple bunnies inside. But, like I said earlier, you don't have 100% control whether that, goes in or not. But, our kids' effort was outstanding. And, anytime you can hold a team to 32 points, you're giving yourself a chance. So
it'll be interesting, you and the Hatchets in the morning.
It will. So, I think they beat us by 7 or 8 up there. So we get a chance to, play them again. So
very good. Blake, appreciate the visit.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you in the morning.
Yep.
You bet. Lake Doring, South Central Cougars. Final score again in this one was Neoga 32, South Central 27. Getting ready for Dietrich and Altamont. Got a big old crowd here at the ACHS gym. Get ready with a pregame on that one when we're back in just a moment on 97.9 XFM.
Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at Altamont, we've just about filled the bracket in for Saturday. 2 more spots to punch. Winner of this one's in the championship tomorrow night at 7:30 against St. Anthony. Loser will play at 2:30 for third place against North Clay. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the Altamont Indians and the Dietrich Moving Maroons. This should be a fun ball game. I'm looking forward to this one. Both really good ball clubs, both really good fans, groups. It's going to be fun. Glad to have you along. Earlier game again, Neoga to win over South Central 32-27. Another thing I want to remind you, we have girls basketball for you right now on KJ Country at 102.3 as the Effingham Lady Harps are in Petopolis to play the Lady Shoes. And Dustin White and Millie Lang have that one for you. And you can hear that right now on KJCountry.com or KJ Country at 102.3. I'm saying watch this one on video, listen to them on the radio or online. You got your bases covered. I'm just saying.
That'd be a good plan. You can get the best of both worlds. Get to see a good game here. You'll listen to a good game there. And, I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup. I'm real interested to see if Altamont can come out and shoot the way they did against South Central in their opening ball game. But Dietrich has been solid across the board this year, and they've done a nice job bouncing back with basically a new crew for their head coach. As I just think Josh Crumwoody has done a great job since coming to the Dietrich program.
I agree. He had a tough act to follow, and he's done well. Dietrich checks in at 14-7. Altamont's 12-9. Indians on a bit of a jag here lately under John Nieberge. So this, as we said, could be a fun one. Winner plays St. Anthony tomorrow night at 7:30. Speaking of tomorrow night and 7:30 in St. Anthony, Bulldogs sold tickets today. They'll also sell tomorrow morning between 10 and noon at St. Anthony High School. If they have any left, they have to come back over here, and they're sold at the door at Altamont. So if you're wondering about a ticket for tomorrow night, there's the scenario for you. If we get some ticket information from one of these schools, probably not from Altamont because they're kind of right here, we'll let you know. Here are the starters for tonight's ball game. For the visitors, the Dietrich Moving Maroons, Evan Bonoff is a 5'10" senior. He has 14 tournament points. Matthew Hunzer is a 6-foot sophomore with 8 points in the tournament. Colin Hartke will get a start. He's a 6'2" junior with 12 tournament points. Cole Nieberge is a 6'4" junior. I was asked to say Nieberge instead of Nieberge, so I'll see if I can do that. He's a 6'4" junior with 7 points in the tournament. And Derek Tools, a 6'3" sophomore. He has 6 tournament points. For the homestanding Altamont Indians, Alec Biggs gets the start. He's a 5'9" senior. Got 16 in their win earlier this week. Oh, ouch. Holy cow, that would have been bad. Denver Dukewitz slipped coming out of the chute on the introductions. How would you explain that? I got hurt in the pregame introduction.
Well, Derek Booty is the one that's out top that's doing the kind of the motions with the kids, and he's the one who went way high up in the air. He did have managed to avoid landing on Dukewitz underneath him, but Booty might be a little worse for wear down there as well.
He looked a little gimpy there. Holy cow. Well, anyway, Alec Biggs and Denver Dukewitz, 5'10" junior with 3 tournament points. Caden Earhart's a 6'1" sophomore with 8 points in the tournament. I don't think I mentioned Aiden Yarhouse is a 5'10" junior with 16 tournament points. Tony Klitzing, a 6'1 senior, and he has 4 tournament points, and Noah Teasley, a 6-foot junior with 3 tournament points. So Earhart's not starting, but he'll play a whole bunch. You'll think he started by the time the game's over. Jared Coleman will be off the bench, and it's a cast of thousands. And Dietrich can go deep. They've got kids like Austin Einhorn, one of those other guys who can kind of fit in like he's a starter. So both these teams doing right well there. So we got Derek Mose, we got Mike Bell, we got Kevin Grigg as our official. So I think we're ready for action. And they check the scores table. They say, yeah, we're good. So let's play some ball. Mike Bell's happy with that decision. He goes to the center jump. Tips in the air, controlled by Dietrich, and here we go. Winner in the championship game tomorrow night. Evan Bonoff with the ball for Dietrich. Down in the corner to Hunzinger. Matthew lost the handle on the ball, but he gets it away safely to a teammate. The catch by Kuhl. He goes baseline, put it up too strong, but he got helped, and a foul on Altamont.
Well, Kuhl has been a welcome addition to the team as far as how much he's improved throughout the season and coming into the season as well. You can just see his confidence grow as he took that one strong to the hoop, and picking up the foul was Tony Klitzing for Altamont.
He is just a sophomore, as they say, just a sophomore, and he makes the foul shot, and Dietrich takes a 1-0 lead. Just underway. A couple of pretty passionate coaches in this game, too. You'll see them really active on the sidelines. That foul shot, no good. And Aiden Yarhouse got the rebound for Altamont. He gets it down court. They work it around the arc. They get it on the wing to Denver Dukwitz. Out top, the catch by Tony Klitzing. He can't shoot. To Yarhouse to Klitzing. Niebrugge comes out close on Klitzing. So he brings it over to the other side. Now driving it inside. Big old collision and a block called. Here came Aiden Yarhouse, and there was Derek Kuhl, and somebody get the number of that truck.
Sometimes you don't know if there's going to be a call on a collision. Well, this one you could see coming. There was definitely going to be a call. It's just whether it was going to be a charge or a block. And in my mind, it was awfully close, but the benefit went to Yarhouse as Kuhl picks up his first.
Yarhouse to the line. Foul shot. Good. That makes it a 1-1 game. 7:30 tomorrow night for the championship game. You can hear it or see it right where you are tonight. Yarhouse's second one. Good. Got them both down. So the junior gets his first 2 points, and Altamont has a 2-1 lead, so each team has had a 1-point lead. Hunzinger on the ball on the side for Dietrich. He brings it out top. Now comes around to the other side of the floor. Still can't get away. He's down in the corner now. Now what? He picks up the dribble. Finally to the rescue is Colin Hartke, and he takes the pass. Brings it out top. Biggs keeping an eye on him. On the wing, Hunzinger thought about a 3. Now drives in, fell down. That's called a travel. And it'll give it over to Altamont on the turnover.
First for either team, and I think Hunzinger was thinking there might be more contact there, and then it kind of threw his balance off, and he stumbled with it and turned it over.
Nobody to contact. Biggs gets the ball for Altamont. Out top to Teasley. Ooh, gets off the hands of Noah Teasley. Sorry, I had him backwards. Teasley lost it. Altamont gets it back. Driving inside. Layup good by Aiden Yarhouse. Nice move to the hole, and Yarhouse leads it 4-1.
He elevates well and quickly. He's not the biggest kid, but we see a lot of that. Good jumper.
Nieberge down the lane. Good feet. Puts it up and good. And the junior gets his first basket. That makes it 4-3. So Dietrich's back within 1. And it's going to be that kind of game, I think, tonight, back and forth. Driving it inside, a foul.
I think initially Colin Hartke thought he had a charge whistled on Yarhouse, but the official said, no, you reached up and grabbed a hold of him. But Colin's guilty of his first and the team's second.
Biggs inbounds, catch out front by Teasley. Altamont looking to get it away to somebody. Dukwitz, good pass underneath, good drive to the basket. Noah Teasley, and he sticks it up and in. And Altamont has a 6-3 lead. Hartke on the other end was driving, and nice job by Biggs knocking it away from behind out of bounds. It'll stay with the Maroons, but he sure took care of any layup ideas that Dietrich might have had. Bonoff gets it in safely. Now to Kuhl, side, Hunzinger, wide open for 3, too strong. Rebound, Nieberge, he grabs it for Dietrich, puts it up, and it rolls off no good. Teasley thought he had the rebound, but Hartke got in there and got it, but he stepped out of bounds with it. So it's Altamont ball. Wow, that's tough.
It's Altamont ball in the end. I'm not sure how I'm going to write that as a rebound or out of bounds or a turnover or what all
I guess he had to have possession to be off of him. Could have bounced it off of him. Yeah. I don't know, whatever. Put down whatever you want. Okay. I doubt they're going to go to the Library of Congress with this anyway. Dukewitz with it. Bounce pass to the cutter. Biggs lost it, got it back. Now he's triple teamed. He says, what am I going to do now? So he's down on the floor, and eventually he squirted it out. And in the corner, Klitzing shoots for three, no good. And eventually Hartke gets a rebound for Dietrich. That's interesting. I hope I gave you a general idea about what all was going on. Pass to the side, knocked away. Good defense there by Altamont. It'll stay with the Maroons right in front of the Altamont bench. 6-3 Altamont. 5:12 to go first quarter. And John Nieberg, you thought maybe it could have been called a little different about whose ball that was. Dietrich gets it. Catch on the side by Hunzinger. Down in the corner, Nieberg looking for help. The driver inside. Shot put up no good by Bonoff. Rebound, Altamont. Grabbed out of there by Klitzing. Here come the Indians. Yarhouse on the dribble. On the side, the catch by Klitzing. Picks up the dribble and out top to Yarhouse. Yarhouse on the drive, goes to the hole, puts it up and got it. Wow, he waited for the crowd to clear and then came down the right side of the lane, stuck it up and in.
Dukewitz just cleared out, went to the other side, and then Noah Teasley set him a little screen, and it was just enough room to get Yarhouse in for the layup.
Here he came, and it's 8-3 Altamont. 4:28 to go in the first quarter. Indians by 5 and a steal. Down court, Biggs lays it up and he got it.
Boy, Noah Teasley just popped that ball straight up in the air and then got the steal and led it to Biggs for the easy layup.
So it's 10-3 now, a 7-point lead, and here's a backcourt foul. Biggs thought he had the steal, instead he gets the foul.
So Alec picks up his first, and that'll be the team's second here with not quite halfway through the first quarter.
4:13 to go in the first quarter. 10-3. Altamont with the lead. Dietrich with the basketball. Evan Bonoff crossed the half line to Hunzinger. To Nieberg. They go back out top. Hartke, left side to Kuhl. Oh, nice runner. He went down low. Oh, and he missed the layup. Wow, Hartke had a good shot, missed it. Rebound Yarhouse for Altamont. Out top, Dukewitz drives it inside, sticks it up and in. Boy, they are attacking the basket big time. And I think Josh Crumwitty says we ought to stop that. Timeout Dietrich, 3:51 to go, opening quarter. It's Altamont 12, Dietrich 3 here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Josh Crumlady wants to slow down this Altamont blitzkrieg here. They're up 12-3 out of the gate.
And they got up the other night 17-4 after the first quarter, but they did it mainly with threes in that ball game with a couple of steals and layups. This time, it's all driving to the hoop. They've only tried 1-3, but they are 5 for 5 from the inside the arc.
Altamont being very adaptable here in this tournament this week. So Dietrich gets the ball. Great pass, man. Kuhl was wide open. Somebody went to sleep. Kuhl the catch and the layup. So that's how Dietrich starts after the timeout. Here's a three, though, put up and good by Aiden Yarhouse, so that's right back at you. Yarhouse with 9, and the lead's 10 now for Altamont. It's 15-5. Nieberg with it out top for Dietrich. Gives off to Hunzinger. He's still on the dribble. Working against Dukewitz. Comes to the right side. Bounce pass out to Kuhl. Now left side, down in the corner. They get it inside. Spin move. Hartke for 2, and he got it. That time the offense worked well. Hartke with 2, and it's 15-7. So Dietrich's got a couple of buckets after the timeout, but Altamont hasn't stopped scoring. Biggs for 2, and he scores. Alec Biggs hits the deuce. And we've got a big collision here at midcourt as Hunzinger and Dukewitz collided, and they're sorting it out. And the foul's on Altamont.
Dukewitz was trying to take a charge. That pass led Hunzinger right towards Dukewitz. Dukewitz got there just a little late, according to the official. So he picks up his first and the team's third.
Hunzinger sits down for Dietrich, and Bryce Booty's in. So Bryce Booty checks in here for the Maroons. Down low, pass stolen by Altamont, and double dribble, so it'll go back to Dietrich. Nice job by Dukwitz of stepping in front of the pass, but then got called for the double dribble, so it's back to the Maroons.
So the way I have that in the book is Altamont's first turnover. Dietrich with 3 here so far.
Checking in first time tonight for Altamont's Jared Coleman, the big 6'3 junior. They sit down Tony Klitzing. 17-7 Altamont. 2:43 to go in the opening quarter. Catch by Nieberge on the inbound, and he puts it up and in. So Dietrich starting to score. Now they've got to figure out a way to stop Altamont.
Yeah, Nieberge just shook free from his defender on the inbounds and had an easy look.
Biggs thought about a shot, throws it out top. Nice catch by Teasley out there. Side to Dukwitz. Underneath, great pass. But Yarhouse's shot is blocked by Colin Hartke.
Well, these two are kind of fun to watch go against each other. They're both about 5'9", 5'10", but they can both really jump. And Hartke recovered to knock that away.
Catch by Altamont inbound. Teasley has it to Dukwitz. Denver holds. Back out top. Whoa. Teasley throws it out of bounds. Alec Biggs says, I'm not that tall. 2 turnovers on the Indians.
Not a lot of movement in right there for Altamont, and that was kind of a contributing factor to the long pass, which led to the turnover.
Dietrich down 8. They were down 10. Nieberge with the ball out top. Side now to Evan Bonoff. Nice catch out top by Kuhl. Puts it on the floor. Bounce pass right side to Bryce Booty. Out top, the catch by Hartke. Left side to Kuhl. Looking underneath. Now he goes underneath, and the catch is not made by Hartke. Off his hands, and the Maroons turn it over. Just their 4th in the quarter. Minute 49 to go in this first period. Hunzinger checks in now. Got a score on the Hearts game. The boys are playing Mount Zion tonight. After a quarter, Effingham 25, Mount Zion 13. That's a first quarter score. That almost would have won that last game here.
That's what I was going to say.
Man, 17-9. Altamont with the ball and an 8-point lead. Down to minute 40 to go in the opening quarter. Down low, the catch by Teasley. Got away from Biggs. Now he has it. Drives to the baseline and again to a double team and then turned around. And they say Nieberge touched it last. It'll stay with the Indians.
That was good help from Nieberge to knock that ball away from Biggs in the corner.
Altamont makes change. Earhart's in. Caden Earhart. They sit down Teasley. Altamont looks to get it inbounded on the side. Denver Dukwitz is the man. Looking. Has to call time. He was looking too long there. And so Altamont wants to keep the possession. They call time. Minute and a half to go. First quarter. Back in 30 at Altamont. It's 17-9. Altamont in front of Dietrich on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament. 97.9 XFM.
All right, Altamont called time to save the possession, so Denver Dukwitz going to try it again here to inbound. 17-9, Altamont by 8. They've been up 10. Dietrich had a little trouble getting the offense going. Now they've scored some lately, so let's see how the rest of the game goes. Altamont has it out top. Yarhouse eventually got it somehow to Coleman, and he got called for steps. I'm not sure that was all Coleman's fault. But turnover in the Indians.
That pass was a sharp one, and over about 4 or 5 feet, and when he tried to get control of it, he'd already taken a couple steps, I guess.
Evan Bonoff gets the ball inbounds for Dietrich. That's 3 Indian turnovers now. Bonoff out top to Kuhl, left side to Nieberge. Out top, pass stolen. Nice hands. Good job by Yarhouse. He lays it up and in. Aiden Yarhouse didn't start, but he didn't start well. He got 11 now in the first quarter game. So the first minute or so, not much. He's cooking since then. Now, nice move inside. Cole Nieberge puts it up and in. He has 6, and it's 19-11.
He started to become the answer for Dietrich here late in this first quarter.
Driving it inside, big shot blocked by Hartke for Dietrich, and the rebound goes to Derek Kuhl. Wow. Nice drive by Alec, but there's the block for the Maroons. We get a baseline to Nieberge. Catch by Bryce Booty. Tough catch, but he got it, puts it up, and it's a little strong. Put back by Nieberge is short, but it got fouled going up, and Cole Nieberge headed to the line for Dietrich.
Cole's making things happen for the moving Maroons after grabbing that offensive rebound. He was able to get the foul whistle against Dietrich, and Denver Duquitz has his second foul of the ball game. So a little foul trouble here to deal with for the Indians with Duquitz.
Nieberge's foul shot out, no good. 2 changes for Altamont. They bring Klitzing and Teasley back in. Down goes Coleman and Duquitz. 18.6 left in the first quarter. Altamont by 8. Nieberge trying to get him a little closer. This one's good, so a miss and a make. He has 7, and it's 19-12. So was 10, now it's 7. See what the Indians can do on the last second shot here to widen that margin a little more.
Dietrich went to a 1-3-1 this trip, a little different look.
Biggs in the corner, catch by Caden Earhart. 3 is no good. Tapped out, though, to Dietrich. And a shot by Hartke off the backboard. Man, he made it close, but it came up no good. 7-point game after 1. We're at Altamont Community High School at the NTC tournament. After 1, Altamont 19, Dietrich 12, here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Couple of posts from the first game I didn't get on. Jim Wilshire was watching from Ontario, Canada, so we've gone international. And also we got word that the Dalton Roberts fan club says hello from Joliet. So we're just got people watching everywhere. After a quarter here in the second of the 2 tonight, 19-12 Altamont. Altamont got the ball to start the quarter, and a pass inside stolen by Cole Nieberge for Dietrich. To Hartke, inside to Kuhl, and he's getting bumped a little bit there by Tony Klitzing. And be out of bounds to Dietrich.
And Tony has his second foul of the ball game. So Altamont has 5 fouls, but 2 of them for Klitzing and 2 of them for Duquitz.
Evan Bonoff inbounds to Nieberge, back to Bonoff. Corner 3, got it. Well, that's a nice inbound play.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-point game, 19-15. So here come the Maroons. Biggs against 2, threw it out of bounds. Yarhouse was in the vicinity, but not close enough to get that one. Got a lot of good basketball fans down there in that corner. Hi, Kathy. She was ready. Yeah, she's waving at me. She had that one. She got the earplug in there. So 19-15, Dietrich with a chance to get a little closer. Cole Nieberge with the ball to Derek Kuhl, to Hartke, and he threw it over Nieberge's head, but there's Hunzinger to catch it, but he missed the layup. It rolled off the front of the rim, and Noah Teasley the rebound for Altamont. Off to Klitzing, ball knocked loose, stolen by the Maroons, and Hartke driving through everybody. It got knocked loose. They say Altamont touched it last. They're talking it over.
Yeah.
And Dietrich's going to get the ball. 9 out of 10 doctors might not agree. Here's a change. Altamont sits down Earhart now, and they run Duquitz back in there.
Altamont has 3 straight turnovers to start this second quarter. They only had 3 turnovers total in the first quarter.
So it was 19-10. Now it's 19-15. Hunzinger, corner 3 came out, but the putback's good by Colin Hartke. And now it's a 2-point game, 19-17. So here comes Dietrich. Biggs with the ball. Side to Klitzing. Tony on the dribble out top. Works around a screen. A lot of contact. Now out to Biggs. Biggs drives to the free throw line, rises on a 2, and it rolls off. No good. How about that? Hartke the rebound for Dietrich. They can tie this trip. Ball knocked loose. Not this trip. Not this trip, Aiden Yarhouse says. And then he falls down, and a trip is called Hunzinger or Hartke. And Coach Crumweedy says, I'm not so sure he got tripped.
Awfully disappointed that Colin Hartke got whistled for his second foul. It is the team's third this half. Mike Bell is explaining what he saw to him.
So Josh says, okay. Wanders down there to coach some more. Dukwitz inbounds for Altamont. Gets it in safely now to Teasley, to Klitzing. I'll get it right in a minute. Side to Biggs. Alex looking, gets it off safely to Teasley. And a little too handsy Dietrich there on defense that time.
That was a pretty easy call as Poole just put his hand right on the ribs of Teasley as he was trying to drive into the lane. So now Poole has 2, Hartke has 2. That's the 4 fouls for Dietrich, and lo and behold, they're both coming out.
Yep. Hartke and Poole sit down. Bryce Booty is back, and also into the fray for Dietrich is number 22, Seth Bonoff, the 6-foot senior. Altamont sits Klitzing down, and they've got Mr. Caden Earhart back in the game. So 19-17, Altamont with the lead in the ball. Biggs, corner 3, no good. Rebound grabbed by Evan Bonoff. They have another chance to tie, but the pass is stolen by Biggs, and then he lost it out of bounds. Got some good black chair seats fans getting lots of gained balls in this one.
They're involved. If you're in the front 2 rows, you better be ready.
It's like wrestling at the Chase or something, man. You in the action. Those chairs come flying, you got to be ready. 19-70, Dietrich gets it inbounded.
Hopefully Bobby Knight's not here for a chair flying.
Bryce Booty for 3, no good. Good hustle after the basketball. Noah Teasley gets the rebound for Altamont. Off the R house. Out to Teasley. Stops at the free throw line. Now gets it to Dukwitz, who runs the baseline and laid it up and in. Good little runner. Denver has 4. Indians back up 4. 21-17. Nieberge with the ball for Dietrich. Stops at the free throw line. Good pass down low. Hunzinger lays it up and in, and he drew the foul. He's going to try and make it a 3-point play.
Well, Nieberge beat his man, so Dukwitz had to come up and help, and that left Hunzinger open underneath. And then when Teasley tried to recover, he's the one who ultimately committed the foul, and it's his first, and the team's 6th, and Hunzinger goes to the line for a couple.
Well, he made the basket.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
He's got one coming here. Hunzinger's first points. Foul shot, no good. Rebound Altamont, grabbed by Dukwitz. So it's 21-19. Still a 2-point game. Dukwitz drives it inside. He's getting leaned on before the shot, Mike Bell says. And let's see who this one's on.
Getting a lot of whistles as these teams are getting very aggressive towards the hoop, and that tends to lead to that. Hunzinger has his first and the team's 5th. So Altamont gets it inbounded. Out top, Dukwitz with the catch. Side to Yarhouse in the corner. Hayden on the dribble. Looking. Gets it to Dukwitz. There's the cutter. Biggs turns around, shot for 2. Off, no good. Tapped out by Altamont, but grabbed by Evan Bonoff for Dietrich. And for the 19th time, they have a chance to tie. They get it across the half line. Side to Seth Bonoff, so it's all Bonoff all the time this trip. Seth with the ball, and he got it taken away. Look at Noah Teasley grab that ball away, and he lays it up and in. There's a heads-up play. He just ripped it out of there. He just showed a lot of strength and took it away.
And he has 4, and Altamont leads 4 again, 23-19, and now somebody leaning on Bonoff, I thought, and he fell down, and it's off Bonoff out of bounds. That's one way to call it. So the turnover gives the ball back to the Indians. Dukwitz sits down. Coleman's back in for the Indians. 23-19 Altamont. 4:41 to play. Second quarter. Winner plays St. Anthony tomorrow night at 7:30.
Yarhouse had 11 in the first quarter, hasn't attempted a shot. Bonoff has done a good job on him this quarter for Dietrich.
Altamont has 3 other kids, each with 4 points. Down the lane, drive, layup, good. Aiden Yarhouse with 13.
I mentioned it.
Well, he was waiting for you to, spotlight him like that. So it worked out. Evan Bonoff with the ball out top for Dietrich. And knocked loose, and there's Yarhouse with the steal, and then the travel. Yarhouse tried to get up with the ball. John Nieberge says, wait a minute, he just got the ball. How'd he travel?
That's a good question to me because he dribbled that ball before his knee left the ground. But Mike Bell made the call and explained it now to Coach Nieberge, who nods his head and says, okay. So it's a turnover for each team, I guess, as Dietrich has 3 and Altamont with 4 then in the exchange.
So each coach has had something explained to him now. So it's Dietrich's ball.
And to each coach's credit, once they got the explanation, they were like, okay.
Yeah, don't necessarily like it, but they got it, So it's a 6-point lead, and Dietrich about threw it away, but Altamont Dietrich a nice save. They get it to Hartke inside to Hunzinger, and he stuck it up and in, and that's the safest place for Dietrich that trip. Just shoot the thing so you don't throw it out of bounds.
Every pass something was wrong with it, but they still got a bucket.
And it's 25-21. Don't hang on too long. Just shoot the thing.
Josh Crumley, he says, I'm an offensive genius drawing these things up.
Put that on a clipboard. Yarhouse with the ball out top for Altamont. Indians lead at 25-21. 3.5 to go before the break. Yarhouse around the screen set by Mr. Teasley, who's certainly big enough to set a screen. Out top, Biggs with the ball. Side to Yarhouse. Aiden holds. And now puts it on the floor, and Altamont says, let's chat. John Nieberg calls a timeout. 3:16 to go. Second quarter, back in 30. It's Altamont 25, Dietrich 21 at the NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Neemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Neemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
3:16 to go before halftime. Championship bracket semifinal here at the National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont. Altamont 25, Dietrich 21. Indians will get the basketball. And they get it inbounded safely out top to Caden Earhart, who gives it over to Aiden Yarhouse. So we got Caden Aiden. Caden with the ball. Back to Aiden. This is easy. Keeping them straight might not be.
Yeah.
Side to Biggs. Who's not Aiden or Caden.
Dietrich switched to a 1-3-1 after the Altamont timeout.
Biggs drives it inside. Ooh, gave it off nicely. Teasley's shot, a little strong. Rebound, grabbed by Evan Bonoff for Dietrich eventually.
Yeah.
And he gets it across the half line. Down to Hartke, goes baseline, hits the break, needs help, decides to shoot. It's around and no good, and he got his own rebound. Hustled in there after the missed board, or the missed shot. Nieberg missed. There's a putback by Hunzinger. So it took 3 shots, but they got the basket, and here's Dietrich back within 2 again, 25-23.
And the offensive glass is where Dietrich given themselves extra opportunities, and that's how they pulled themselves back into this ball game.
So the Indians have led since a 1-point deficit, but mercy, it's never been comfortable yet. They get it on the side, big deep 3, put up, no good by Earhart. Rebound eventually goes to Yarhouse, and he clears it out top. Dukewitz for 3, and he buried it. Denver Dukewitz hit of the key 3. He has 7, and it's a 5-point Altamont lead, 28-23. Under 2 to play before halftime. Cole Nieberg with the ball for Dietrich. Gets it safely to Hunzinger. Right side pass knocked away out of bounds. Altamont with the quick hands, and Earhart knocks it into the black chair seats. It'll stay with the Maroons to inbound, though. Hunzinger looks to get it in here. 4 games here tomorrow. 11:30, 1, 2:30, and then the big one at 7:30 tomorrow night. Fires it underneath. Dietrich does. Altamont the steal, and then they throw it out of bounds. Nice knock away. Got the possession, and then Teasley, a little too much steam on that pass.
So Dietrich has 4 turnovers, but Altamont turned it right over with their 5th turnover of the ball game, or of the quarter, rather.
So out of bounds. It'll be Dietrich basketball.
Coleman slipped in there for Denver Dukewitz, Greg.
That changed during the break. Hartke will walk it across the half line. Works it out top, picks up the dribble, left side. Bryce Booty for 3. It's around and eventually off, no good. And Yarhouse way high for the rebound for Altamont. Gets it across the half line, hits the break. Down in the corner now, here's a shot for 3. Caden Earhart, no good. And holy cow, big old collision. Biggs and Hartke were going for the ball, and Hartke ended up on the deck. It's out of bounds, though, off Biggs. So, Dietrich basketball. Man.
Biggs might have been lucky he didn't get called for a foul on that exchange.
That was a lot of contact. Hartke They're both going for the ball, Greg.
Yep.
Evan Bonoff shot for three, in and out, no good. Holy cow. Rebound grab by Earhart. Here comes Altamont. They could go up 7 or 8. Drive, layup, good. Nice move by Caden Earhart. He got the lid off. That's his first point. Altamont's back up 7. They had a 10-point lead once upon a time. Got down to 2. Now it's back up to 7 and timeout. Dietrich. So with 41 seconds left in the half, Dietrich wants a quick chat here. It's Altamont 30, Dietrich 23 on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
So Josh Crumley wanted to talk it over there for a second. He gets a timeout called and chats, and let's see how Dietrich tries to close out the first half here. 41 seconds left. They're down 7 to Altamont, so see what they try here. They get it on the side to Hartke. Hartke drives it inside. Nobody picked him up. He stuck it up and in and drew the foul. Well, that's what they do. They attack the basket.
Pretty good plan, I'd say.
Yeah.
Hartke drew the foul on Teasley, I believe, and that's going to be Noah's second foul.
John Nieberg does not look pleased with that lack of defense.
Yeah, it's not the call that he was upset about. Nobody got over to help, and Hartke took advantage.
So Hartke with the and one, and he made it. 7 for Hartke, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game again. And Dietrich sits Hartke down now. He's got a couple of fouls, doesn't he?
Yeah, they want to get him out with 2. Derek Poole's on the bench with 2 as well here. Altamont's protecting a couple of players also.
So Austin Einhorn checks in for Dietrich. 25 seconds before halftime, Altamont with the ball and a 4-point lead. Big spin move in the lane. Shot for 2. Rattles out. No good. Dietrich got the rebound. Einhorn just in the game. So now Dietrich with a chance to get a little closer here. Down to 10 before halftime. Evan Bonoff across the half line, drives it inside, lost the handle on it. Einhorn gets it back, throws it out to Booty, shot at the buzzer, no good. The putback by Bonoff, no good. This putback by Einhorn, no good. They couldn't get it to go. And so, it's a 4-point ball game at halftime. Lots of fun here at the National Trail Tournament at Altamont. Josh Crumwitty's going to take a minute here before he goes back to the locker room. At halftime, it's Altamont 30, Dietrich 26. Halftime show on the way in 2 minutes here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue at Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Neoga Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Neoga Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Locally owned and operated, and proud to serve the Effingham area for more than 25 years.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel or Kurt Strohmeyer at 347-9697.
Amy Stewart, Knock on Wood, from about 1978 or so, as the Altamont dance team entertaining here at halftime. And the game's been entertaining at halftime. It's Altamont 30, Dietrich 26. Dietrich had a 1-point lead right at the get-go. Altamont's led the rest of the game, but it's been interesting. Indians got it up by 10, got down to 2, got it back to 7. Right now it's 4 at halftime. Boy, and Dietrich had 3 shots right around the basket before the buzzer and just couldn't get one to go. Otherwise, we'd had a 2-point game. But 30-26 isn't bad. It was 19-12 Altamont after the first quarter. Dietrich outscored the Indians 14-11 in the second quarter, accounting for the 4-point margin here at the break. Scoring for Dietrich, Evan Bonoff hit a 3. Matthew Hunzinger has 6. Austin Einhorn yet to score. Colin Hartke has 7. Cole Nieberg, got Dietrich off to a real good start offensively. Hasn't scored much lately. Has 7 at halftime. Seth Bonoff yet to score, and Derek Kuhl has 3. 12 and 14 for Dietrich's 26 here at halftime. For Altamont, Alec Biggs has 4. Aiden Yarhouse, though, 13 at halftime for Altamont. He got 11 of those in the first quarter. Caden Earhart with 2. Denver Dukewitz has 7. Tony Klitzing is yet to score. Noah Teasley has 4. And Jared Coleman played but didn't score. 19-11, Altamont's quarters for 30 points. So at the break, Altamont 30, Dietrich 26. Matt, stats, and more on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament. 97.9 XFM.
Halftime score in from Effingham High School. Effingham in front of Mount Zion, 45-20. So they followed up the 25 first quarter with a 21-point second quarter. Or a 20-point second quarter. Starts late in the week. My math's getting a little weak. So Hearts with a big lead at halftime. Don't forget, we got the Lady Hearts and the Lady Shoes on the air right now over on KJ Country at 102.3. Right here at 97.90, we have Matt Stats.
Thank you very much, Greg. As we take a look at the halftime numbers here, Altamont 13 of 23 from the field at 56%. They're 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 100% there, and 2 of 7 from three-point range at 29%. Dietrich is 11 of 24 from the field at 46%, 50% at the free throw line, 3 of 6. They're 1 of 4 from three-point range at 25%. Dietrich's advantage has been on the boards where they've out-rebounded Altamont 15-9. Dietrich's committed 9 turnovers, but Altamont's committed 8 turnovers here in the first half of action. Individually for Altamont, they're led by Aiden Yarhouse. He's 5 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line with 13 points at halftime. Denver Dukewitz is 3 for 3 from the field. He has 7 points and a rebound. By the way, Yarhouse has 4 rebounds to lead Altamont on the glass as well. 4 points for Alec Biggs as he's 2 of 7 from the field. 4 points from Noah Teasley, 2 for 2 with 2 rebounds. Tony Klitzing is 0 for 1 from the field. He does have a rebound, and Caden Earhart is 1 for 4 from the field. He has 2 points and a board. For the Dietrich Moving Maroons, 7 points for Colin Hartke on 3 of 5 shooting from the field, 1 for 1 at the line. He's grabbed 5 rebounds. Cole Nieberg with 7 points. He's 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 at the line. He has a couple of boards. Evan Bonoff's 1 for 2 from the field with 3 points. He has 4 rebounds, though. Matthew Hunzinger, 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 at the free throw line with 6 points and 2 rebounds. Austin Einhorn grabbed a rebound. Also, Derek Kuhl, 1 for 1 from the field, 1 for 2 at the free throw line with 3 points and a rebound. And Bryce Booty is 0 for 4 from the field in the first half of action. Foul situation, Dietrich Q1 and Colin Hartke each finished the first half with 2 fouls for Dietrich. For Altamont, Noah Teasley, Tony Klitzing, and Denver Duquette all had 2 fouls for the Indians. So they all should be in decent shape now to start the second half of action that sees Altamont leading Dietrich 30-26.
Thank you, man, for getting us up to date. Let's head it back to the sports desk. Brian Dust, give us some scores, man.
All right, we do have various scores, mostly on the boys' side of things tonight. Let's start with the boys' game between Effingham and Mount Zion. At the half, as you mentioned, Effingham ahead 45-20. Also at the half, Teutopolis leading Breeze Mater Dei 21-18. At the LOVC tourney at Cumberland, Hudsonville Palestine fell to Cumberland. The Pirates are winners 63-47. At the LIC conference tournament at Flora, Lawrenceville won in overtime over Robinson 71-64. Then it was Red Hill defeating Marshall 56-50. In other games of interest, Vandalia and Hillsborough with a barn burner there. Hillsborough leading after 3, 45-44. And at the half, Christ Our Rock Lutheran ahead of Mulberry Grove 30-22. After 3, Lincoln leads Mahomet Seymour 28-12. I'm sorry, that's a halftime score, 28-12. But a big lead there for Lincoln. And at the half, Charleston and Mattoon taking on each other along Route 16. Charleston leading 21-19. In girls basketball, at the half, Teutopolis has a 21-18 lead over Effingham's Lady Hearts. That's your scores.
Thank you, Brian. Tomorrow, 4 games here. Starts at 11:30 with the 7th place game as Windsor's Two Straws plays South Central. At 1 o'clock, it's the Consolation Championship as St. Elmo Brownstown will play Neoga. At 2:30, the 3rd place game as North Clay plays the loser of this one. And tomorrow night at 7:30, it'll be St. Anthony, the top seed, against the winner of this one. And we'll have all 4 of them again for you tomorrow on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com, and live video streaming that's been viewed by people from coast to coast, even from Farina. So, you know, I mean, you got to make it all the way down to Blacktop from here to get there. So thanks to everybody who has let us know where you're watching. We appreciate that. That makes it kind of fun for us, too. So, halftime here. Altamont 30, Dietrich 26. Been a good ball game, Matt.
It has been, and Mike Bell just threw the ball to a youngster along the sideline, gave him the game ball for a second, got it right back as we get ready to start the second half with Dietrich to inbound.
Man, it's Cody Rinker's little boy.
I believe it might have been, yep.
Got the whole fam down there. Cody got right there at center court. Had to sit with his grandpa last night. He's farther down the line. Lawrence Carey told me 60th NTC tournament. That's pretty special. So good for Lawrence. Dietrich gets the ball to start the second half here. Winner gets one again, plays St. Anthony tomorrow night at 7:30 for the championship. Maroons get it inside. No, they don't. Denver Duquette knocks it loose and gets the steal for Altamont. Alec Biggs gets it across the half line. Dribbled into a triple team, says this is not going to work, so he gets across court, and a nice steal here by Colin Hartke, who got his pocket picked by Aiden Yarhouse, who's got an unimpeded path to the basket. Yarhouse lays it up and in.
And he's got quick hands, and he turns that into instant offense a lot.
So each team got a steal. Nieberge tries a 3, no good. Cool to put back, no good. He got fouled, though. Derek Cool going to the line to shoot 2 times here for Dietrich.
Tell you what, the best offense for Dietrich has just been shoot the ball and then go get it, because they've really been hitting the offensive glass, and Cool got there again. Yarhouse elected to commit the foul to prevent the layup. He's the one Indian who could afford him, as that was his first.
Foul shot up and good. Derek Cool has 4. And it's a 5-point game, 32-27. Again, Dietrich had a 1-point lead for about a nanosecond. And it's been Altamont in front the rest of the show. Cool second one, good. So he hit them both. He has 5, and it's a 4-point game, 32-28. Alec Biggs gets it across the half line for Altamont. Swings it left side. The catch down there by Tony Klitzing. He brings it out top now to the right side. He's driving it inside. Good job by Nieberge to step over on defense. So back out top, Yarhouse shoots and hits again. So he's picking up where he left off in the first half. Got that big jag in the first half, and Now he's rolling again. There's a ball knocked loose at half court. They say Altamont touched it last. It'll stay with Dietrich.
Dukewood's active again, forcing the ball loose.
Hunzinger gets it into Evan Bonoff. Bonoff goes the other side of the floor. Now swings it back out top. Kuhl gets it to Nieberge, back to Kuhl. Derek Kuhl, the bounce pass to Bonoff. Hunzinger, catch by Nieberge, drives baseline, stops, shot short. Rebound grabbed by Yarhouse. He can elevate. And he gets it across the half line. Stops, pulls up for three. No good. Rebound, though, by Altamont. Grabbed out of there by Klitzing to Dukewitz to nobody. Teasley was out about free throw line extended, and yonder came the pass down low and out of bounds. Altamont's second turnover.
When Altamont turns it over, a lot of times it seems to me like it's unforced turnovers, and, you know, that's something that'll come back and bite you sometime, you would think.
Yeah. So Dietrich on the turnover, gets the ball back. Bonoff out top, and a reach-in foul. I think Biggs got him.
And just kind of a silly foul out there on the perimeter as he was gambling for a steal and got called for the reach. I guess I can say it's silly after the fact, though. If he'd have got a steal, we'd have called it a good play, right?
That's right, the allegedly silly foul.
But it is Biggs' second personal and Altamont's second this half.
Dietrich trails by 6. Altamont leads by 6. Depends on your glass half full, glass half empty theory. Derek Kuhl inside. Wow. Got around the defender, stuck it up and in. Derek Kuhl was 7. And it's his 4-point game, but Biggs drives inside. Got 6 defenders, it looked like, and he just took it in there and laid it up and in. Biggs was 6. I know they don't have 6. I know. That makes it 36-30. Pass inside, and, wow, looked like Hartke lost the handle on it, and Altamont came away with it. Dietrich's third turnover. Dukewitz gets it out top. The Yarhouse to Dukewitz on the side. 36-30 Indians. 5:19 to go third quarter. Gets it on the side. Going down low is Yarhouse, to Dukewitz. Back to Yarhouse. He's over by the black chair seats. Now the pass out top. The catch by Teasley to Dukewitz. Drives it inside. Pulls up. Shot for 2. Used the glass and got it. Denver Dukewitz with 9. There's an 8-point lead again for Altamont, 38-30.
They started off hot again this quarter. They're 4 for 5.
Nieberge with the ball out top for Dietrich. Cole drives, stops, pops for 2, got it, and an offensive foul. So forget the shot that Nieberge made.
Noah Teasley was the man moving in front of Nieberge as Nieberge shoved off, according to the baseline official. That'll be his first foul and the team's first this half, and that's Dietrich's 4th turnover of the third quarter.
So Mike Bell says that's how Nieberge got open for the shot. So offensive foul, turnover, and Altamont go back up double digits this trip. Yarhouse gets it down court, hands it off to Biggs. Now they go to Dukewitz, back to Biggs. He drives it inside, and there's an offensive foul on the other end. And that's 3 on Biggs, so keep that in mind. And a turnover on the Indians. Their third. So back-to-back offensive fouls. Officials trying to keep a lid on things here. Evan Bonoff gets it across the timeline, working, and gets it safely out top to Nieberge. Now to Kuhl. Very Kuhl looking inside. Nobody home, so out top to Nieberge. He's dribbling against 2 people and says, let me get rid of this thing. Out to Bryce Booty and now to Derek Kuhl. Kuhl drives it inside, runner for 2, and he got it. Nice job using the glass. Derek Kuhl has 9, and it's a 6-point game, 38-32.
He's already tough enough to deal with, and he's just a sophomore. I like his development. He's going to be a good NTC player for a couple of years yet.
Up to 6'3", driving it down the lane. Nice move, Noah Teasley, and it was sort of the parting of the sea there as far as the defense, and he stuck it up and in. On the other end, Bryce Booty, runner for 2. Back of the rim, no good for Dietrich, and nice job of keeping it alive by Hartke. Kuhl tried to go in. He fell down on the miss. Biggs the rebound for Altamont. Drives it inside, pulls up for 2, rims out, no good. Rebound Dietrich, grabbed by Hartke. Down to Kuhl, all alone. Layup, no good. As he got affected by Dukewitz. Nice job of getting back by Denver Dukewitz. Then a foul on the rebound on Altamont.
Blitzing came up over the back to pick up his 3rd foul and the team's 4th, and they will say it was in the act of shooting. The rebounder apparently was trying to catch and shoot all in one motion. So Booty goes to the line for a couple, and John Nieberge is livid, and he just got a technical.
Well, that was the situation. And so we'll administer the technical foul. That does count as a team foul, remember? So Dietrich will shoot 2, and then they'll get the ball out of bounds. Josh Crumwitty getting things explained to him on the Dietrich end of the floor. Bryce Booty will shoot, and he misses the first one. So it's 40-32, Altamont by 8. John still pleading his case. He is seated. Mike Bell comes down and says, John, we got it handled, buddy. Bryce Booty makes the second one, so a miss and a make, and now the Maroons ball, except they still got to shoot for the other foul.
Yep, the technical comes now. That was the personal foul, and now they send Evan Bonoff to the free throw line to shoot the 2 technicals.
And then Dietrich will get the ball.
So this could be a lot of points for Dietrich if they capitalize here.
Evan Bonoff makes that one. He has 4. And it's 40-34, and he makes that one. He has 5, and it's 40-35. So there's 3 points out of the 4 foul shot tries. And now the Maroons will inbound on the side at midcourt. So this could be expensive for the Indians. Bryce Booty inbounds in backcourt. Colin Hartke the catch. Drives it to the side. Picks it up out to Nieberge. To Kuhl. To Hartke. Tried to throw it underneath, and Altamont denies well. And then Dietrich fouls trying to get it back. Nice work by the Indians in the lane.
Again, it was Dukewoods, I believe, who batted the ball away and went right to Biggs. As Biggs grabs it, he was fouled by number 24, Colin Hartke. So now he's the first Dietrich player with 3 personals with 3:10 to play in the third.
Altamont leads at 40-35. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Altamont works at about half court. Yarhouse, left side to Dukewitz, back out to Yarhouse. Aiden goes to the free throw line, swings it to the corner. Shot from there, good. Nice work by Noah Beasley. He dialed up the three-pointer, and it's back to an 8-point Altamont lead. So that takes care of that. Bryce Booty wide open for 3 for Dietrich. Shot it flat-footed. It's no good. Somebody shoved off inside for Altamont on the battle for the rebound.
Say Tony Klitzing's the one who commits the personal. That's a big foul for Altamont, as he has his 4th foul in the ball game now. And that would have been a missed shot and a possession for Altamont, but as it turns out, it's Dietrich's ball underneath.
So down goes Klitzing with the 4th foul, and Caden Earhart comes in for him. Altamont by 8. Dietrich gets the ball here at inbound. Bonoff gets it in safely to Hartke, and nobody underneath, and Hartke laid it up and in. So Hartke with 9, and it's a 6-point game, 43-37. Big, the deep 3. Got the net out of bounds. It'll be Dietrich basketball. Wow, Earhart tried to get there to save it, but out of bounds to the Maroons. Hunzinger in, Booty down for Dietrich. So now Dietrich with a chance to get back within 5 or even 4. 43-37 the score. 2:26 to go. Interesting third quarter.
Yeah.
Hartke gets it across the half line to Nieberge. His pass is knocked loose. Saved, though, by Dietrich. On the side, Hartke drives in, got it knocked loose. Players going to the floor. Got a jump. And
they're going to correct this. Mike Bell, I think, is going to help out.
They're saying that the contact was made out of bounds before the jump was established. So it'll be Altamont basketball.
It was great hustle by both teams, and it just happened to be that Kuhl was laying on the sideline when he grabbed the ball as a part of the jump. So turns into another Dietrich technical turnover there, 6th of the quarter.
2:05 to go in the third quarter. Altamont with the ball and a 6-point lead. Indians have it on the side to Earhart. Out top to Yarhouse. Drives, stops, leans, gets the pass inside to nobody. Dietrich steals it away. Bonoff ends up with it. Gets it across the half line. Altamont's 4th turnover. Hunzinger for 2. It's short. Rebound, Hunzinger. Out to Bonoff for 3, and he got it. Bonoff has 8. It's a 3-point game, 43-40.
Another offensive rebound leading to more points for Dietrich.
Biggs, corner. Dukewitz doesn't pull the trigger. Out top now to Earhart. And now to Yarhouse. So it's 43-40. Dietrich's been down 10. Now it's 3. They go baseline. The catch over there by Teasley. Out to Yarhouse for 3. It's no good. Rebound Dietrich. Grabbed by Hartke. The 3 would tie it. Hunzinger inside. Big collision and an offensive foul And somehow Denver Duquitz got set in time, and he is like the charge-take leader. And a turnover on Dietrich.
Hunzinger picks up his second foul. That's Dietrich's 7th turnover here of the third quarter. And you got to give a ton of credit to Duquitz, who hustled back and got in front and drew the charge.
Altamont with the lead and the ball. Minute 10 to go in a wild and woolly third quarter. It was 4 when the quarter started, and it's 3 now. But, boy, there's been a whole lot going on in between. Yarhouse with the ball down in the corner. Brings it back out top now. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Duquitz way cross court. The catch by Biggs. Deep 3. Got it. Alex Biggs drains the 3 from the wing. That pushes the lead back to 6. 46-40. Hunzinger. Catch by Kuhl inside. Got through 3. Laid it up and in. Wow. Kuhl with 11. He's gone to work this third quarter, man. And it's a 4-point game, 46-42.
As soon as Duquitz missed the pass that went into Kuhl, he just split a couple of littler defenders that came over to help, and he did a good job of getting Dietrich back within 4.
So Altamont says, hey, let's go for the last shot here. 18
Yarhouse has got to move.
5 count. He didn't. 5 count, so Dietrich ball on the Altamont 5th turnover this quarter. So the Maroons with a chance to get within 2 or 1, and Josh Crumweedy says, chill. Don't get too up in the air here. Worst we want to be is down 4. 14 seconds. Archie across the timeline to Hunzinger. Hunzinger bounce pass out to Nieberge. Down to 6, down to 5. Nieberge driving. Somebody better shoot. They get it to Bones off. 3 is blocked. Yarhouse got a piece of the ball on the 3 try. And it is a 4-point game as we go to the fourth quarter. And Josh Crumweedy's talking with Cole Nieberg. He had that ball out front about what he might have chosen to do in that situation. 4-point game as we go to the fourth quarter. NTC tournament action on 97.9 XFM. It's Altamont 46, Dietrich 42.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th annual NTC tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue at Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM.
Trusted, compassionate care. Right here, close to home.
Jerry Kachuk, man, he can do it all. High school principal, floor maintenance. He and another young man out there because a water bottle went awry. So a little break in the action here before the fourth quarter starts.
Other duties as assigned.
Exactly right. I don't know if we had a halftime score. I do one now between that T-Town and Breeze Mater Dei pair. At the half, it's the Topolis 26, Mater Dei 17. If you already had that, Brian, I apologize, but now we know for sure. Effingham is up 25 at halftime on Mount Zion, and we've got the Effingham Topolis girls game live right now on KJ Country at 102.3. That's going to be getting near the end, so that's live over there on 102.3. And 4 for you tomorrow. 11:30, it'll be Windsor, Stu Straws, and South Central. 1 o'clock, St. Elmo Brownstown and Neoga. 2:30, North Clayton. And then the championship at 7:30, St. Anthony. And we haven't figured that out yet.
Third quarter numbers, Altamont again hot from the field. They were 7 of 11 from the field that quarter. They're 20 of 34 overall in the game. Did not attempt a free throw, was 2 of 5 from three-point range. Altamont, though, got out-rebounded 4-3 in that quarter. Dietrich committed 7 turnovers to Altamont's 5. Dietrich was 5 of 13, but 5 of 6 from the free throw line and 1 of 4 from long range. So it's Dietrich's getting a couple extra opportunities with those offensive boards. Altamont's forcing some turnovers from time to time. It's giving them some run-out opportunities. And it's a 4-point game, and it's going to be a fun one coming down to the close.
46-42 Altamont. The Indians get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Winner plays St. Anthony for the conference tournament championship. Tomorrow night at 7:30. Biggs with the ball for Altamont, drives it into the lane, now gets it back out top. Dukewitz drives down low, can't shoot. On the side, now back out to Biggs. Biggs, and a cross-court pass stolen by Hartke. He goes to the hole, and Biggs reaches in to knock it away, and that's 4 fouls on Biggs.
Yeah, Biggs had to make a decision right there, and he elected to try to get the steal or at least knock away at the bucket, but it does cost him his 4th foul, and it also sends Dietrich to the line to try to pull him within 2.
Colin Hartke has 9 tonight. Foul shot. Good. Hartke in double figures with 10. Makes it 46-43. I tell you, Altamont's been up by as many as 10, but Dietrich never lets you get away. He made them both. Hartke with 11. Friends, we have a 2-point game, 46-44.
And Biggs is staying on the court with his 4 fouls. Altamont's going to trust their senior.
Dukewitz drives it inside. Big old collision, and he ran over a Dietrich kid. Dukewitz got rid of the ball, but he kept on coming, and I think Hartke took the charge. To a turnover on the Indians. And Dietrich can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3.
And it's like the first half where Altamont didn't hardly commit any turnovers in the first quarter, then 3 straight trips to start the second quarter with turnovers. Now Altamont 2 straight trips to start this quarter.
Hartke down the lane, puts it up and in, and Friends were tied. Colin Hartke with 13. It's 46-46. A 3 for Altamont. No good by Earhart. And Cole Nieberg, the rebound for Dietrich, and the Maroons have a chance to take the lead for the first time since 1-0.
Hartke took advantage of Biggs guarding him last time. He's trying to do it again.
Hartke down low, fell down though. That's a travel. And a turnover on the Maroons. Hartke got a little end over top heavy or something there.
Yeah, he's trying to draw Biggs' 5th foul or get an easy shot attempt. That time he got a little over-aggressive and stumbled and fell, and credit Biggs for not getting in the way.
46-46. A minute into the fourth quarter. Biggs for 3. No good. Rebound Dietrich. Hartke tapped it to Nieberg. Up court to Hartke. Colin on the wing. Closely guarded by Yarhouse. Bounce pass to Bonoff. Out top, the catch by Nieberg. He goes down low, tries to bowl in, can't. Back out to Bonoff for 3. That's off the mark, and rebound Biggs for Altamont. Wrap-around dribble, gets it across the half line, drives down low, nobody can pick him up, puts it up and in. Biggs with 11, Altamont back up to 48-46. Hartke on the other end, drives it inside, and an offensive foul. As we said, Dukewitz, the master at taking charges.
He drew another one, and that one's on Hartke, who now has 4. Altamont's made the switch. Yarhouse has gone to guard Hartke now and put Biggs over on Bonoff. Now Dietrich is making a substitution.
Yeah, they sit down Hartke with that 4th foul, and Bryce Booty checks back in. So Altamont with the ball, they've got the 2-point lead back. Dietrich tied it, but they never got ahead. And you always wonder about those sorts of things. Driving it down low, Earhart for 2, and Yarhouse for 2, and they got it. So Aiden Yarhouse has 19, and now Altamont's back up 4, 50-46. Bonoff pass on the side, knocked loose by Dukewitz, and he went out of bounds trying to get it. And it'll stay with Dietrich, but man, Altamont always looking for an opportunity to play the angle there on those passes.
Yeah, quickness from Dukewitz there to knock the ball loose, and he almost got the save, but just couldn't stay off that sideline.
Booty will inbound for Dietrich. Into Bonoff in the backcourt. 50-46 Altamont. 5:49 to go. Down the lane, Bonoff rises on a 2. No good. Rebound. Got a jump. Yarhouse for Altamont and Hunzinger for Dietrich. The alternate possession will give it out of bounds for the Maroons on the baseline. Bonoff will inbound. Slaps a play into motion, says, let's go. Catch by Nieberg. Shot off the glass, rolled off, no good. And Dukewitz the rebound for Altamont, and Altamont go up 6 or 7 this trip. Driving it inside Yarhouse, and he ran over a Dietrich kid, and another offensive foul. Again, it was a case where Altamont got rid of the ball, but the kid kept going and ran into the defender.
And we've seen lots of charges that way and lots of traditional charges, you would say. That one on Yarhouse is his second, team's 9th foul. And Altamont's committed 3 turnovers now to start this fourth quarter, but they're up 4.
5.5 left in the game. 50-46 Altamont. Dietrich with the ball. Bone off the catch. Bone off the catch. Got it inside to Cool. Shot over 2. Got it. Derek Cool with 13. He's had a big second half, and it's 50-48. Inside Dukewitz for Altamont. Throws it to the corner, and I think Nieberg's going to get, or Cool's going to get him. Knocked him down after the pass.
Yep, it is Cool picking up his 3rd foul of the ball game. Dietrich has 5 now in the contest, and Tony Klitzing back in for the Indians.
Earhart sits down. 50-48 Altamont. Altamont looking to extend this 2-point lead. They go in deep to Teasley. Now to Dukewitz. Great pass underneath. Spin move all alone. Yarhouse, and he puts it up and in. Boy, got off the defender and stuck it up and in. Back up to a 4-point Altamont lead. 52-48. Altamont playing the tough D. Dietrich in the corner. Booty loads it up for 3. It's no good. Nieberg knocks the rebound loose. Got it to Hunzinger, and he stuck it up and in. He didn't have much of an angle, but he leaned back and got the shot down, and it's a 2-point game again. Now Dukewitz scores on the other end for the Indians. Dukewitz got on the baseline, hit the J, and he has 11. And Altamont back up 4, and Dietrich says, let's chat. 4.5 to go in this one. It's Altamont 54, Dietrich 50 at the NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Companies that offer insurance.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue at Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 97.9xfm.com.
4.5 minutes to go in regulation at the NTC tournament. It's Altamont 54, Dietrich 50.
Boy, it's been an exciting game, an entertaining game. Altamont is getting beat on the boards, but their shooting percentage is outstanding thus far in this game. So that's why they've always just been able to stay in front just a little bit, because they're shooting so well. They're 4 of 6 in this quarter.
They get it down court, Dietrich does. Hunzinger on the side. Boy, threw it right in the hands of Alec Biggs. He drives it inside, and the shot's blocked by Cool, but Cool got too much of Biggs and not enough ball.
There was no way Biggs was going to get that shot above the rim, and it's not a malicious foul. It's nothing dirty. It's just a play where you've got to make sure that he is not going to get the layup and the free throw opportunity, but it did cost Cool his 4th.
If you were watching, Wayne showed that was not malicious, right? See, Wayne agrees. Foul shot by Biggs, no good off the front of the rim. Thanks again to everybody who's let us know you're watching, because we've had people post from all over the country that they're watching.
Only Altamont's 2nd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Sheesh. Biggs' 2nd one good, so a miss and a make. Alec has a dozen. Obviously, Dietrich keeping an eye on him all night. 55-50, Altamont back up 5 and a pass inside. Cool. A mistake there as Yarhouse just stepped in front of it. Dietrich's 3rd turnover. Yarhouse just keeps the ball, goes down low. Now out to Dukewitz. Head of the key to Earhart. To Dukewitz. Over to Biggs. Now brings it back outside the arc, then drives it inside. Piece of that fested by Cool. Shot no good, but Altamont got the board. Teasley got it out of there for Altamont. Back to Biggs. Back to Teasley. We're down to 3:40 in the game, so Dukewitz with the ball, so it's getting interesting.
Just now getting interesting?
Maybe I could have phrased that better. Biggs with the ball. They get it on the side. Yarhouse looking inside. Decides just keep it. Brings it out top. Now drives into the lane. Puts it up for two. Off. No good. Gosh, how'd that not go in? And then the rebound, Teasley, and he got fouled.
Good rebounds for Teasley. He grabbed 2 offensive boards that trip. And as he was underneath the basket, got fouled by Bonoff. It's his first foul of the ball game. And Teasley at the line for a 1-and-1 as that's the team's 7th.
Noah Teasley has 9 points this evening. Foul shot up and no good. Rebound Dietrich. Grabbed out of there by Kuhl. Off to Bonoff. Dietrich's down 5 again. They came back and tied it, but Altamont stretched the lead out to 5, and we're down to 3 minutes to go. Hartsky back out on the point for Dietrich. They get it to Nieberg. He shot for 2. Won't go. Rebound off Altamont, out of bounds, though. Teasley tried to save it. Ended up out there taking tickets. He was scrapping, man. So Dietrich will inbound. Hunzinger on the baseline. 55-50 Altamont. Dietrich wanting to score off the inbound real bad here. They get it out top. Bonoff the catch. Circles the wagons. Off now to Hartke. Stops at the free throw line. Back to Bonoff. Drives it inside. Shot for 2. Too long. Nieberg, the rebound. Puts it back up. Too strong. This rebound, we've got a foul on Dietrich. So they missed 2 shots around the bucket and then drew a foul. And that took about 20 seconds, too.
And Kuhl might be the guilty party. We're going to wait and see. No, it is not. It is Bonoff. If it would have been Kuhl. Kuhl was paying attention to the official's call down there because he knew he was in the vicinity. But it is Bonoff and his second, team's 8th. So Teasley goes back to the line.
Teasley there a moment ago. 9 on the night. Trying to extend this Indians lead. Foul shot, no good. Rebound, nobody yet. It's grabbed finally by Klitzing for Altamont. They get that top to Yarhouse.
Why didn't he go right back up? He was right there.
Killing clock, maybe? That's the only thing I can figure. And Yarhouse tried to drive it inside, and Bonoff, I think, was leaning a little too much. Kevin Griggs agrees.
So it is Bonoff's 3rd foul, team's 9th, so another 1-and-1 opportunity. Altamont 0 for 2 on 1-and-1s here this half.
So now you got double bonus weighing in for both teams from this point. At the line, Yarhouse, foul shot, good. Yarhouse with 22 now. He's been carrying the water for Altamont offensively tonight. Makes it 56-50. Now it's back to a 6-point lead for the Indians. Dietrich got it tied, but they never got ahead. And you look at things like that from a psychological standpoint, you know, and if you can't ever get the lead, you know, you're just always thinking, man, what more can we do? Yarhouse got them both. 23 for Aiden Yarhouse. Now Altamont's up 7. Rising on a deuce is Hunzinger for Dietrich. Shot no good, and Teasley the rebound for Altamont. And boy, now they're really in the catbird seat.
And Teasley just grabbed another board. He's come to life on the glass here for the Indians, and they needed it.
Biggs reach-in foul here on Hunzinger, I think, got him. That'll be double bonus. So Biggs to the line.
Hunzinger has his 3rd foul. So now Dietrich forced to gamble a little bit, and they're picking up some more fouls.
Now we're down to 2:11 to play. Biggs' foul shot, good. Alec Biggs with 13. The lead's 8. Hunzinger down now for Dietrich, and Seth Bonoff checks in. 58-50. Altamont by 8. Altamont has held Dietrich to 8 points this quarter. Biggs makes the second one. 14 for Alec, and it's a 9-point Altamont lead. Cole Nieberg for the Maroons. Out top, the catch by Hartke. Drives, stops, pops, short, rebound, put back up, and in by Nieberg. Wow, not a reverse layup of sorts. He just kind of had to fling it back up over his head. He has 9, 7-point game. But here comes Altamont. Under 2 minutes now. Altamont with a 7-point lead. Biggs attacking the basket, puts it up and got it. 16 for Biggs. Back to a 9-point lead, 61-52. Down court, Bonoff for Dietrich. Now they get it to Hartke. Baseline, big old collision as Nieberg drove it inside and drove over Denver Duquitz. That's the 3rd charge Duquitz has taken tonight.
That foul on on Cole Nieberge is his second, team's 10th, but a player control foul, so no free throws. But Dietrich's 5th turnover now of the ball game, and Booty comes in for Bonoff here.
Bonoff sits down, and Bryce Booty checks in. Down to a minute and a half, and Dietrich trails by 9 now. And more perspiration.
And in Altamont, with their guards who can penetrate, when they spread the court, they force you to come out and get them now, down 9. Well, that just gives Yarhouse and Biggs the ability just to drive into the lane, and you're almost forced to foul them before they get there or on the shot. And it's just going to be a tough situation for Dietrich here, but you know they're not giving up.
Poole sits down. Austin Einhorn's back in for Dietrich. Catch off the inbound by Yarhouse. He gets it out to Biggs. Here comes Biggs again, driving into the lane. Now goes on the side to Dukewitz, and Altamont won't mind a bit if they have to make a couple of more passes. And there's a reach-in foul. Yarhouse went into the fetal position and got fouled.
He wants to shoot these free throws. You could tell by the way he caught that ball and knew they were coming at him. He just protected the ball, and there's the foul on Seth Bonoff, his first.
Yarhouse with 23 tonight for Altamont. Just a junior gang. He'll be back to terrorize people next year. Foul shot short. Now, Evan Bonoff and Derek Poole back in for Dietrich. And down go Nieberge and Austin Einhorn. 61-52 Altamont, looking good for the Indians. Minute 20 to go. Yarhouse with a foul shot, puts it up and got it. So a miss and a make. He has 24. The lead is 10. This match is the biggest lead Altamont's had all night. 62-52. Bonoff to the corner. The catch down there. Seth Bonoff puts it up and in. He gets the bucket. Dietrich immediately calls time with 1:09 left. Gets him back within 8. So we're back in a minute here at Altamont. It's Altamont 62, Dietrich 54 on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
Hard to curb your enthusiasm. So we're down to minute 9 in this one. Altamont with the 8-point lead, and they have the ball. 62-54. So, looks like we may have 1 and 2 for the championship tomorrow night. Dukewitz looking to get it inbounded. Bounce pass in safely to Biggs, who's played really well with 4 fouls.
Yeah.
Across the half line, drives it inside, got bumped. And the foul, I think, on Booty with 1:03 to go.
Booty is the bumper, as he has his first foul of the game. And Biggs will be at the line for a couple here.
Biggs was 16. Scorer gets his points. Had 4 at halftime. Has 16 now. 62-54 the score. Altamont looking for win number 13 this season. Foul shot off the mark. Now the changes can be made. Peasley's in for Altamont. Down goes Earhart. Poole's back for Dietrich. Down goes Einhorn. And also Corey Gephardt's in for Dietrich. He's a gunner. He can get you the 3. Foul shot rims out for Biggs. Rebound grabbed by Derek Poole for Dietrich. Under a minute to go. Dietrich's got to do something in a hurry. Corner 3. Gephardt, no good. Rebound Dietrich, though, to Bonoff. Here's Poole for 3. It's no good. Rebound. Bonoff gets it again. Gets pulled down. We got people all over the floor. Finally, Biggs gets the rebound for Altamont. He got fouled with 43 seconds.
A lot of exchange going on there. But ultimately, Altamont's going to the free throw line on the 4th foul from Evan Bonoff.
If this was a wrestling match, I think somebody got a takedown there. Down to 43 seconds left. Altamont with the 8-point lead, and Biggs tries to extend it. Foul shot. Good. He has 17. The lead's back to 9. Dietrich sits down Gephardt. Travis Will checks in, the 6'2 senior. So Altamont by 9 and 43 seconds left, and Biggs got them both. Alec with 18. And it's 64-54, back that 10-point Altamont lead. Driving it inside. Dietrich threw it up off balance. Shot no good by Hartke. Rebound goes to Yarhouse. And Yarhouse gets it out of trouble. Throws it down court to Klitzing. We're down to 27 seconds, and Dietrich's still keeping an eye on him, but it's a 10-point game, and so Dietrich says, well, we'll just keep them out here, and then we can't score anymore. Down to 15. You're going to hear the buzzer in a minute. Dietrich has it to Biggs. Biggs looks at the basket and pulls it back out, and we're down to 5. And Biggs just hangs on till the buzzer sounds, which it's going to. And it's Altamont and St. Anthony tomorrow night for the conference tournament championship. Final score, Altamont 64, Dietrich 54. So 1 and 2 will play for the title tomorrow night at 7:30. We have a lot to cover here. All of Matt's stats on this one. We'll double check the scoring with me and all the scores from Brian. And we'll set you up for tomorrow's quadruple header here at the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. Final score again here in this one. Altamont 64, Dietrich 54. Back in a moment on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anytime, anywhere with Washington Savings Bank's virtual branch. Good luck to all the area teams during the Christmas Classic basketball tournament. Washington Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home for the 84th Annual NTC Tournament, 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM, online at 979xfm.com.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
At Altamont Community High School, and we have the stage set for Saturday, the final day of the 84th Annual National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. Good ball game tonight here. Final score, Altamont 64, Dietrich 54. Both teams played like they belonged here. It was just fun from start to finish. Altamont led almost the entire game, but man, Dietrich just hung around and hung around and hung around. Got down by as many as 10, came back and tied it, never could get ahead, and Altamont regrouped, and they win it by 10. It was 19-12 Altamont after the first quarter. Then Dietrich outscored Altamont 14-11 in the second quarter to get within 4 at halftime, 30-26. We had a 16-16 standoff in the third quarter, and Altamont led at 46-42. And then Altamont outscored Dietrich 18-12 in the final quarter, winning by 10, 64-54. So Altamont with the win goes to 13-9, and Dietrich now 14-8. We hope to talk to John and Josh on the post-game show, along with all our other post-game activities. As far as scoring, there was some. For Dietrich, Evan Bonoff had 8 points. Matthew Hunzinger had 8. Austin Einhorn didn't score tonight. Colin Harkey had 13. Cole Nieberge had 9. Dalton Will did get to play a little. Seth Bonoff had 2. Derek Kuhl had 13, so he and Harkey shared scoring honors. And Travis Will got to play. That's right, it wasn't Dalton, it was Travis Will that got to play. And Bryce Booty scored a point. 12, 14, 16, and 12 for our Dietrich's 54 points. Again, they're now 14-8. For Altamont, Alec Biggs had 18. He had 4 at halftime, finished with 18. Aiden Yarhouse led all scorers now, 24 tonight for Altamont. Caden Earhart had 2 points. Denver Dukewitz 11. Tony Klitzing played but didn't score. Noah Teasley had 9. And Jared Coleman played but didn't score. 19, 11, 16, and 18 for Altamont's 64 points. Final score, Altamont 64, Dietrich 54. Matt's working on the stats. We'll be back to visit with the coaches. More in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
As Jansen's begins its 32nd year in business, we present 32 reasons to replace your furnace and AC today.
Reason 1.
Save at least $1,516 on a deluxe comfort system.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Your home.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 97.9xfm.com.
Nemerg Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Nemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 97.9xfm.com.
64, Dietrich 54. First game tonight, a win for Neoga in an interesting game with South Central, 32-27. Matt has stats on this one.
All right, taking a look at the numbers. First for the victorious Altamont Indians, they won because they shot the ball very well. They were 25 of 43 from the field at 58%, 10 of 16 at the free throw line for 63%, and 4 of 14 from beyond the arc at 29%. Dietrich was 21 of 54 when it all was all said and done for 39%. Granted, 5 of 17 in the fourth quarter where they were hoisting up shots, so that kind of skewed it a little. Dietrich was 10 of 14 at the free throw line for 71% and 2 of 12 from three-point range at 17%. I had Dietrich out-rebounding Altamont 28-20 in this ball game, and Dietrich committed 22 turnovers, though, to Altamont's 16. Individually for the Indians, they were led offensively by Aiden Yarhouse, 9 of 13 from the field, 5 of 6 at the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 24 points. Alec Biggs was 5 of 15 from the field, but 5 of 8 at the line, 2 rebounds and 18 points. Denver Dukewitz, 5 of 5 from the field, 2 rebounds and 11 points. Noah Teasley, 4 for 4 from the field, 0 of 2 at the line, but 6 rebounds and 9 points. So you had the 2 guys there combined to go 9 for 9 from the field. Caden Earhart was 1 of 5 from the field, a rebound and 2 points. And Tony Klitzing was 0 for 1 with 3 rebounds, and Jared Coleman played for the Indians. For the Dietrich Moving Maroons, 13 points from Colin Hartke as he was 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 at the line with 6 rebounds. Also 13 points from Derek Kuhl, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 at the line with 5 rebounds and 13. Cole Nieberge was 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 at the line, 6 rebounds and 9 points. Evan Bonoff, 2 of 7 from the field, 2 for 2 at the line, 6 rebounds and 8 points. Matthew Hunzinger, 5 of 9 from the field, 0 of 1 at the line, 4 rebounds and 8 points. Austin Einhorn grabbed a rebound. Seth Bonoff was 1 for 1 with 2 points. Bryce Booty was 0 for 7 from the field, 1 of 2 at the free throw line for a point. And Corey Gebhardt tried a shot. It didn't go for him. And Travis Will got to play in the ball game for Dietrich today as well. So that's a look at the stats as Altamont comes away with a 64-54 victory and moves into the championship game tomorrow night against St. Anthony.
Thank you, Matt. John Nieberge's up talking with other media, and I know Josh Crumwitty will be up here in a minute for the post-game visit. So let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with those interviews and scores from Brian in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Nemours Steakhouse has been serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 40 years. Nemours Steakhouse, proud supporters of local and area high school sports.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
The area's choice for news, sports, weather, and more. On air at 97.9 XFM. Online at 979xfm.com.
Back at Altamont, final score in this one, a good one. Altamont a winner, 64-54 over Dietrich, and John Nieberge from Altamont, our guest, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you, sir. The hard-fought victory. I mean, kudos to Dietrich, Coach Crumwitty. Those boys played hard, and we're happy to sneak out here with a victory.
It was a case where you got off to a good start, had it up 10, then here came Dietrich, tied the thing up. You win by 10, so you weathered the storm.
Yeah, with our guards, normally we like to, it's good to play ahead. We can kind of control the pace, control the game. But Dietrich's not going to stop. We knew that. I wanted to go zone to kind of throw some different stuff at him. But the way my boys were playing defense, I had to keep with it. We're going to live and die by that man-to-man. Everybody knows it, and we'll take it. We there at the end, we got some easy baskets out of our delay game, so it kind of just stretched it out. So the 10-point victory is kind of a misnomer, but it's a pretty tight game.
Alec Biggs, there's a lot of reason to like Alec Biggs when he's playing basketball, but I like the way he played for you with 4 fouls tonight.
Yeah, I looked at Coach Martin, Coach Nieberge, and said he's got to play, right? And we all agreed, so we stuck with him. He has to, and he's their senior leader. He has to work for everything he gets. He works defensively, he works offensively. Sometimes he's on the best player. For him to even score, I mean, everybody knows now that he's the scouting reports are out there. He's the leading scorer, and every point he has to work for it, and he's getting bumped. And strong kid can finish taller than what he is.
Yeah.
But playing with 4 was a big key. We had to keep him in. Not that we don't trust our bench. He's our guy. I mean, everybody knows that.
And nothing wrong with that, having that confidence in a kid. Aiden Yarhouse, what I have him for, boy, he was a balanced scorer. At 13 first half, 11 second half. You like that?
Yeah, he can score, man. He can score at all 3 levels, at the rim, mid-range, and 3-point. He's finishing now both hands around the rim, with runners and pull-ups. And so earlier in the year, he was struggling a little bit finishing, and now those baskets are going. He's got a lot of confidence rolling right now. And he knows that they're going to key on Alec. And, if it's not one defender, it's another set of eyes on the help side. It's another post ready to come over and help. Aiden knows that, he's got to be aggressive. And, if it's not there, we got other kids that can step up also.
Denver Dukewitz does lead the league in taking charges, doesn't he?
Yeah, that name across his chest is what he plays for. I mean, it's not about him. It's about winning ball games. It's about being on the floor, He took 30-some last year for me, which is a record for us. And then he's in mid-teens right now, so he just gives it all. You know, he sees the game actually faster than a lot of kids, actually slower than a lot of kids. You know, he makes some passes that they're there, but the other kid ain't cutting. There was one time tonight, but he's done it all year. And he sees that game a little bit slower, a little bit different, and it shows defensively because he's there and help side, you know, faster than everybody else.
And then you've got such the group. I mean, Noah Teasley got you 9 tonight just when you needed him, and Caden Earhart good minutes, and Klitzing and Jared Coleman off the bench. You know, you got a good cast.
Yeah, you know, we got roles. Everybody, I think, has fallen into their roles. Tony's not going to score a lot most games. I mean, there's games where he's going to have 8, 9 points. He can shoot it, but he's usually on the scoring post of the other team. And he does what he needs to do. He stretches the defense he stretches on offense their defense for us as a 4-man. Him and get out and run with him. You know, Jared Coleman didn't get a lot of minutes in the second half, but we're going to need him. We're going to need him all year. We're going to need him tomorrow night. You know, where he's going to use every foul he can get. And then, you know, Caden, you know, he normally knocks down 2 or 3 shots a game. He just did tonight. You know, being a sophomore, biggest crowd he's probably played in front, so maybe a little tightness, but we're going to need him also.
So it comes down, after all this week, it comes down to 1 and 2 for the championship.
Yeah.
How about that?
We must have seeded it right? Yeah.
Guess so.
Yeah. No, you know, that's what we wanted. We wanted to play the Bulldogs in our home court. We were fortunate enough to have it at our home gym. We'll take them here anytime we can get. It's going to be a battle. I mean, the things we did incorrect tonight is going to be microscoped tomorrow night. Rebounding and just the simple turnovers, unforced errors are going to be, because they get after it. I mean, Cody has them playing defense very well. It's a new cast, it's a new crew for them, but same stuff. I mean, Cody's still going to do what Cody does, and they're a good team. So we'll give it a shot. I know my boys won't back down.
Looking forward to it.
All right, thank you, guys.
John.
Appreciate it.
You bet. Altamont coach John Nieberge. Appreciate the visit. And Josh Kremley, real nice to stick around and visit with him. So visit with him. We'll do that now. Josh, thanks for sticking around. Quite a ball game, rough and tumble, and somebody had to win, and I wasn't sure who was gonna.
Me neither. You know, we battled, and we gave them everything we had, with the exception of those turnovers. You know, anybody that was at the game tonight, I think, even if you just watched for a couple minutes there in the second half, would understand that we're not seeing things the way they're supposed to be seeing them. And I think the kids sometimes get into run the play mode, and instead of just kind of doing things, you know, haphazardly and just driving to the rim or seeing a back door every once in a while, we're trying to get better at that. And we are, for the most part. But like I said, tonight those turnovers just really were kind of a glaring issue for us, and you got to wonder. You know, I was told it was 21 turnovers. You got to wonder if that's even just cut down to 13 or 14, how different complexion the game could have been. But we got to come back tomorrow and play, you know, or else we're going to be getting beat again, because North Clay is playing really well. And I know they had a little tough game last night with St. Anthony, but they're going to be hungry tomorrow. And we got the 3 and the 4 seed playing in the third-place game. So it's going to be a good battle tomorrow. We got to not hang our heads and come back strong.
You guys must have done a pretty good job seeding the way it's breaking.
It looks like it. Has it been everything?
Well, it's 1 and 2, and now 3 and 4,
yeah.
And I don't know. It's interesting how that turns out. I want to go back to something you said, only because I had an interview with a player the other day, and I was talking to the player, and the player said, because I talked about it, such a thinking game, and they said, yeah, but Coach tells us don't think quite so much. You got to, at some point, trust your instincts. And I think that's what I heard you saying.
I think Altamont figured out pretty early, if they hadn't already known from playing us last time, and you'd have to ask John and their players, but I felt like they smelled some blood in the water, and they were, you know, way out guarding us, out near the half-court line and the volleyball line and all that, and even in the full court. But our kids had to know that coming in, and we talked about it. We practiced against it, and, you know, there were times where you saw some guys drive into the hoop and not thinking, you know, as you mentioned, just kind of playing basketball the way they were brought up. You know, if you see a lane, take it and go to the rim and score or get fouled. But that's just something that we have to get better at, and
we're so play-oriented right now that, when our plays work, it looks great, but we have to be able to, most of the game is not those kind of plays. It's transition, it's, offensive rebound, kick-out, stuff like that. So our kids have to just do a little bit better job of that. And, like you said, I feel like the physical part of the game, where it's rebounding, we defended decently well. We matched them, but I felt like mentally, some of those mistakes on those turnovers we weren't ready for. And I think if we can get the mental and the physical game going, that's when everything's going to come together.
I understand you can, the coaching staff can. I don't know about kids that are out there playing, but you got down 10 really quick. You finally climbed back to the top of the mountain. You got it tied, but didn't ever get ahead. And I don't know whether psychologically does that weigh in?
No, there's no question. I think especially with a young team, as much scoreboard watching as they do, looking at the fouls, because we were in foul trouble too. Both teams really were in foul trouble. There's a lot of fouls called tonight. We had, Colin in foul trouble and Derek in foul trouble in the first half. I felt like at halftime, down 4 was a pretty good place to be, all things considered. And we just were not able to come out in the third quarter and, like you said, take the lead. And we got it tied, and you could hear the Dietrich side really getting excited, and I think our kids fed off that a little bit. But it seemed like every time we get it tied, here comes Altamont down the floor, and they would get the basket that they wanted. And, we can't fall in love with getting so high and make it some kind of mental roller coaster throughout the course of the game. And with youth, that does happen. You have major highs and major lows. So just got to stay even and try to battle through those runs for the future when we play in an environment like this, a loud environment.
So tomorrow afternoon, 2:30, nobody wants to necessarily be in that game, and daytime instead of dark. And what do you tell the kids, or is it easy to get them ready to play?
Well, it's not always easy to get them ready to play. I think right now they're a little dejected, because they feel like they had a chance to get to the championship game, for the second year in a row. And but when the sun comes up tomorrow, their mindset has to be different. And like I said, we heard Coach Zink talking about it last night. You can't dwell on it. You got to come back and want to get third place, and you got to forget about the fact that you missed your chance to play in the championship, and take things that you've learned in this game and the game Wednesday against Neoga and try to put it all together and hopefully be hoisting the third place trophy is what we obviously hope tomorrow around 4 o'clock.
You bet. Josh, thanks for the visit. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Dietrich coach Josh Crumwitty. Appreciate him coming up on the post-game show. Final score again, Altamont 64, Dietrich 54. Speaking of scores, let's go back to the sports desk. And Brian Dust, what do you have for us, sir?
Well, we've got scores from all over the area. Let's start with boys basketball, as that's who was mostly playing tonight. Don't have an update. You guys might, but we still have that halftime score as the Effingham Hearts taking on Mount Zion in an Apollo conference.
Have it. Want me to give it?
Yeah.
Final score, Effingham 71, Mount Zion 52.
All right. Yep, that's a consistent lead that Effingham had in most of that game. Also, a big win at Breeze Mater Dei for T-Topless. That is, looks like Breeze Mater Dei, according to Brian, was losing most of the game, but they came back with under 20 seconds left to tie it, and then T-Town got a last-second win. T-Town, your winner tonight over Breeze, 44-42.
Wow.
In other games tonight, the first game at the NTC tournament saw Neoga, your winner, over South Central, 32-27. In other tournament games at the LOVC tourney at Cumberland, the host team, Cumberland Pirates, over Hudsonville Palestine, 63-47. And at the LIC tournament at Flora, your first game went to overtime. That was won by Lawrenceville over Robinson, 71-64. That was followed by the third place game of Red Hill defeating Marshall, 56-50. And another good one there for the championship of the LIC. Olney and KZ Westfield battling each other. They're in the fourth quarter, but after 3, it was KZ Westfield with a 34-29 lead over Olney. In other non-tournament games, Vandalia defeated Hillsborough 57-55. It was Mulberry Grove over Christ Our Rock Lutheran 57-51. Greenville 62, Pana 41. An Apollo matchup again here as or Lincoln at least defeated Mahomet Seymour 45-26. And in a Coles County matchup, Mattoon eventually got the win on a last-second three. They defeated Charleston 50-47. And another big win for the Teutopolis Lady Shoes as they defeated Effingham. Effingham did come back in this game to tie it late, but the Lady Shoes eventually pull out a win over the Lady Hearts 46-39. And in one other junior high score at the 7-1A Pana Sacred Heart Regional, Pana Sacred Heart over Ramsey for the championship 49-24. That's your scores.
Thank you very much, Brian. Great job tonight, as always. Here, the scores again in the opener. A win for Neoga, 32-27 over South Central. An unusual game, to say the least. More traditional second game, a lot of fun. Altamont 64, Dietrich 54. So the stage is set for tomorrow. At 11:30, Windsor Stew Straws will play South Central. That's the 7th place game. Then the Concy Championship at 1 o'clock. St. Elmo Brownstown will play Neoga. 3rd place game at 2:30. North Clay takes on Dietrich. Championship tomorrow night, as we said, 1 and 2 going against each other. St. Anthony and Altamont. Game time is 7:30. There will still be tickets. A reminder for Bulldogs fans who might be listening, tickets will be available from 10 to noon tomorrow morning at St. Anthony High School before they bring any left back over here to Altamont. Altamont fans, you know how to get your tickets, so we're good to go, though. And Matt says they're on sale right now.
Yeah, they're selling them right now, so they can get them now, and they can still get them tomorrow throughout the day here at the tournament as well, is my understanding.
So we ought to have 4 good ones for you, all on 97.9 XFM, remember, 97.9XFM.com. And Wayne's going to be here to stream all 4 games live on our YouTube channel, so an opportunity for you to see all those games. A lot of people say thank you tonight. Thanks to Millie and Dustin for taking care of the game between T-Town and Effingham. The girls over at Teutopolis tonight. The Lady Shoes get the win. We had that for you on KJ Country, and CJ was there to videotape that, so you'll be able to get a copy of that if you'd like. And then, again, the 2 here, Neoga, your winner, and a win for Altamont over Dietrich. And still people weighing in, even at this late date. Dave Scholes, hello, Dave, watching his grandson, Alec Biggs, from Palmetto, Florida. Good to hear from you, Dave. Used to him sitting over here at the scorer's table, man. And Josh Hanner, old St. Anthony graduate, watching from Columbus, Ohio, over there at the Ohio State University. Dan Beckew says he's watching from a very frozen Wisconsin.
Yep.
So we got people all over the place that are watching the video stream, and thanks for letting us know. Should be a big day tomorrow.
It really will be a big day. It's going to be exciting action throughout the morning into the afternoon session, and the championship game should be a lot of fun as well. And we knew this coming into the game, but since 2013, only 3 schools have won the championship since Teutopolis left the conference, and it is Dietrich, Altamont, and St. Anthony. So that's going to remain intact. It's just going to decide if it's St. Anthony or Altamont to claim the title in the 84th edition of the NTC Conference Tournament.
So game 1 tomorrow at 11:30, and we hope to see you here. Thanks to Matt. Thanks to Brian Dust. Thanks to Brian Ehrman. Thanks to Wayne Moran. Thanks to C.J. Schmidt. Thanks to Millie Lang. Thanks to Dustin White. See, it takes a lot of people to do this. I'm Greg Sapp. Good night, everybody.